That song ended actually quite perfectly.
I think I remember you saying that last week too.
Oh my God.
Is
It's
it
like
the
I've
same
done this
song?
before. No, that would be funny though. I think I played different music last week. I really don't know. Probably.
It's Harris Heller is just perfect for any occasion.
That's true. That's true. I think that's actually his bumper sticker line that he's just created.
I'm perfect for any occasion.
Perfect for any occasion. Also good for Thursday occasions are us. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. And if you are new here, obviously, we're going to talk about beverages. We've got a couple hours worth of
welcome.
podcasting lined up. Might as well. We're here.
Yeah.
We made it. We've actually been here for a while. Literally, you know. We didn't just walk in the door. We've got so many other things going on. Ellie, how's it going? We were thinking of you tonight, Ellie, because there are sweatshirts now up on the new merch store.
Ooh, that's
the
true.
sweatshirts you may have been looking for. There are some sweatshirt options.
All the sweatshirts you didn't know you wanted, but now you do.
Now you do. Some new shirts, some sweatshirts, a lady shirt for the ladies, all those kinds of things. Your girl just hung out with her volleyball team and got this is perfect. This sounds like quite a night. Cheers to you already then. That's not quite, we're not doing that podcast yet. Maybe our sister-in-law will help us out with that at some point. But currently right now, just enjoying delicious beverages. Merch, there you go. Yep. Guardian Down, how's it going? Good to see you. Stuff. First one in here, Guardian Down. Thank you very much. But yeah, multiple... one new shirt idea. Transcendent. How's it going? Look at this. Everyone just popping in right away. One new, like brand new shirt complete. No, two. One new shirt, one new sweatshirt, and then some other like, hey, we should put this on some other thing. Cross-pollination. There you go.
There we go.
That's not Kirkland. It's not Kirkland brand sparkling water. This is Waterloo. This is my other favorite. Baker, how's it going? Good to see you. It is About Beverages time. It is.
And actually, we were closer to being on time, definitely, than last week. We learned from last week.
We did.
You set a goal with knowing that we could extend beyond that a little bit, and we did. But here we are. Yes,
We've got quite a podcast lined up tonight. This one has been discussed for a little bit now.
It cost us $2 extra by putting it off. That's my fault. I take responsibility for that.
You're like, wait a minute.
One of the wines went up in price by $2. $2.
I should have had that ready to go.
Oh, that would have been good.
Damn, I did not even think to do that. Yeah, we have, like I said, we always try in this time of year, once it hits November, we start thinking about all the holidays coming up, not just obviously Thanksgiving here in the U.S., but all the holidays coming up. And usually one of the gifts you always see people throwing around is usually you bring a bottle of wine over, something like that. Again, not everybody drinks, but that is kind of the classic thing that you think of is someone like, I'll bring a bottle of wine over for dinner. What are you guys having? I'll bring over a bottle of red, bottle of white.
That all depends upon your appetite.
Exactly.
Whatever mood you're in tonight.
Meet me anytime you want.
Perhaps a bottle of rosé instead.
Oh, wait. That too. Pics in your server? Wait, pics of what? I found a very swag place to do it. Got some photos. Let me post. All right. I will look at them in just a little bit. Studio, it is good to see you too. It's good to see everybody here this fine evening.
Yeah. We're starting coming out hot.
Coming in hot. There's nowhere to go but down. It's unfortunate. Oh, no. Oh,
And if they want to
thank
drink
God, it
Merlot,
still worked.
we're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay. Relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
Thank you for the no Merlot.
And rest assured, we are not drinking any Merlot tonight
We
either.
are not having any Merlot tonight either. That is correct. I did have I was nervous for a second there, though. I did upgrade to OBS, the latest version. So for the next several days, I will be like, is this working? Is this not working? Well, because I had some days earlier this week because I had updated, because Keith, you don't know what I go through having to update all the technology in this room.
I don't. You do an awful lot of work here.
The Stream Deck gets its own update. This thing gets an update. The PC, like everything. I know, the world of technology, it's fascinating. But all these things. So earlier in the week, I updated the Stream Deck because I was like, okay, I think that should usually be okay. It usually still is able to talk with OBS. There's not a problem. But I was waiting on OBS till I had gotten the word from the person that I trust that said it was okay and was going to go there. And I finally got that word, and I still waited a little longer. But anyway, I had the Stream Deck updated. And earlier this week, like the buttons were like 50-50. Like sometimes I was using them, like everything seemed fine. And then another time, like I would go to hit the featured beverage where the little picture pops up when I'm streaming, and nothing would happen, and I'd have to like do it manually on the PC, so that was annoying. And then one time I started something. Luckily, I didn't really say anything, but I think people heard me typing. I went to a break, and the mic didn't turn off like it's supposed to. And someone was like, your mic is still on. I was like, well, thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Not that. And I was like, I usually walk out of the room anyway, but sometimes I grab a phone call or something like that. So I appreciated that. So now I'm like, every time I do, I'm paranoid. I'm like, is the mic on or off? So that's also. But anyway, so I was like, finally, like, okay, I'll update all these things, and then everything should be just completely in synergy
And
again.
so far, seems to be.
So far, it seems to be okay. That was the first test right there, all of a sudden, because I'd forgotten about that. When Guardian Down hit the redemption, I was like, oh, God, please work. Please let this work. We should probably test one more, though, while we're here. I will do one for free. We should do we could do a quick one. Let's see. No, that one's long. There we go. Let's do the cheap one. Yep, we're okay.
Do you have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
Yeah, that should have, at the very least, that could call Yastrzemski out of it. Can't believe I missed a live mic. It could have given me content for months. It literally could have. It, like I said, because I think it happened twice. It did actually happen twice in the same stream, and I didn't realize it the first time either. I had it. What did I have it? It was at the starting soon screen where it should be just muted. I started the thing. I think I was, typing something, doing whatever.
You were singing.
So I may have mumbled to myself, and it was Simon that was in chat. So I was like, I think your mic's on. And also I was like, oh God. I was like, God, those racial epithets I usually yell at the beginning of stream. No, not at all. But I was like, oh God. I was like, thank you so much. I didn't realize it or whatever. And then, when I went to go to the break, it didn't do it again, and someone else caught it. So then all of a sudden I was a bit looking. Driving down to Florida with the family tomorrow. Can you recommend a good podcast? Man, a good podcast. Oof, that's a tough one.
Depends on what you're interested in. If you're interested in beverages, we have one.
We've got one for you for there. If you're interested in beverages, man, there might be some good options. If you don't mind using up some of your bandwidth, you could go to the archive forums of all of our podcasts that are on YouTube. And hit the play button there and just let them roll. You can put it in really low quality and just listen to them. I don't know how your bandwidth is, but that would be the most podcast for your dollar. Going home next week for a few days. Ooh, Ellie, nice. Will you be getting some of your always favorite, what is it, your tuna bake? That is one of his favorite lunch meals.
Ooh, tuna bake.
Tuna bake, yeah.
Sounds good.
There's a tuna bake that she loves, and there's something else too. There's a couple of them that it's like, she's like, I'm getting my tuna bake today. I'm like, oh. Which, based on the first thing she said, chat, could mean something else.
Oh, man.
No, we're not smoking tuna. That's not how it works in the UK. I swear, I don't think so.
Oh, well. You see those things. That's like Frank Drebin.
I was just thinking that as I read that. I had my aunt a few years ago forget to shut off her mic when calling bingo when she went to the bathroom. I may have requested my meals. Yes, I thought so. I thought maybe. That's awesome, though. Well, like I said, have a good time doing that. Going home next week for a few days. Okay, so you must just have like a fall break kind of thing maybe going on. That's always good times. But yeah, we've got so on the docket for this evening. Hopefully, did I fix these buttons? I don't. I think I did the beverage command. Oh, I did.
Beverage command.
I couldn't remember what I had gotten done.
I command you beverage.
I command you. Yeah, that's what people
to
usually
share
say in chat.
beverages.
100% usually. And yes, this is also the new feature that people love right now.
Drink.
So we went through the other day, and I, like I said, we were talking in chat, and someone else was like, "Oh, what's the beverage?" And then Ellie, not this Ellie, but another Ellie in chat started putting drink, drank, drunk, but started putting 6 different things, not the right thing. And I was like, I wish Guardian Down's found them all. So we went through and we were like, I wish there was a way where you could because I don't want to update 15 commands. I'm like, but if people put in the wrong thing, it'd be nice if they could actually get the right answer, but they just didn't put in the right thing. Okay. And so Simon was in chat and he's like, let me see if we can do that. And we can. So there is actually
all of those things linked to that then.
Yeah, so I only have to change one thing, and then I was able to go in. So for the exclamation point beverage command, there's an advanced option in Stream Elements, and you can basically say, if people put in any of these other things, it also pops up. So I put in beverage, beverages, drunk. I put in just drinks. I even actually put in, I think it was since Simon is from the Netherlands, I put in the Dutch word for drinking. So I was just like, all right, I'm giving you
we should
all
put
the
it
options.
in all languages.
We should learn the word. What is someone in chat probably knows the beverage word for German. Maybe we could get that one at least in there next. And the tough one, maybe Ellie, what is beverage in the UK? What's the word for that in oh wait, that's still English.
Car park. Oh wait, no, that's parking lot.
Tuna pasta bake, fajitas, Sunday roast, chicken dinner, chili, and man, you put in quite the list.
Hey,
are we invited over for that? How does that work? That sounds like an amazing week.
Debo's going over there to cook.
Debo's going to go over there.
Debo will be there. Celebrity guest chef.
Celebrity chef Debo is going to be coming over right away. But yeah, so we have been coming up with this podcast, talking about it for quite a while. Designated driver beverage in the UK. There you go. That is correct. We've talked about, like, can you actually taste the difference, in different, obviously, I mean, we know you can.
Right.
How much difference can you tell? Where does that price, like, to flavor value ratio, where does it fall off? And Zinfandel is one we have talked about for a while. With the ultimate we want to do at some point. See, I can't even.
What's the story, Noam?
Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
You did this earlier in the week, and I don't know how you find the ones with characters that are impossible to read. Thankfully, there's a parentheses next to it that says what it is. So have a beverage.
Oh, is that Japanese or something?
I'm guessing it's something. It's one of those. One of those languages. I don't know. Are those the Romance languages? How does that work? Is that
I don't know if that's a Romance
Korean and
language or not.
Japanese
Yeah.
and China? I don't know.
I don't think they fall
I
into
haven't
that
been in
category.
school.
Maybe for some.
They're romantic to some. Exactly.
I guess. Yeah. Depends on your perspective.
Guardian Down. Thank you though for the gifted sub too. Have a beverage. Beverage in Japanese. That is very interesting. There's no way I would have thought to have seen that in there. There for 5 days because of a funeral. I'm having an extended weekend home, so Friday to Wednesday. I am sorry about the funeral. I didn't know about that. Apologies, but at least you're getting fed very well. That's at least a good thing, I suppose, right?
Sounds like there'll be good food.
Food to fill the soul, as they say. The ultimate we had wanted to do with this wine tasting at some point, we wanted to go to a single winery and try multiple vintages to see,
different price points,
different price points within that same
yeah.
varietal at the same winery, though, because it's like, okay, let's see where that money really goes with either some extra aging or what, whether it was a Pinot or a Cab. So this is kind of the next best thing, because usually a lot of times Turkey and Zinfandel go together. I know you didn't know that for some reason. But it was weird when you texted me that, because I was like, we always talk about.
Well,
this.
we've done Zinfandel at Thanksgiving before, but I've also thought I read somewhere where someone was like, "Oh, you don't want to do Zinfandel because it's really high in alcohol," and then I was like, "Well, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna see what if there's anything new." And the first couple things I looked at both had Zinfandel not as their first, but as one of their suggestions. So I was like, all right. So next week we may have a more typical offering, like a Pinot or something like that. But Pinot Noir.
I love a good Pinot Noir.
But yeah, we thought this would still tie in seasonally as far as Thanksgiving coming up, something we want to do anyways. So we're going to start out with the least expensive of the three, which we think should be the good first step or point on the arc, on the Zinfandel arc here.
It's okay. I get a good shower and a good food. Well, that's always a good combination. Oh, yeah, I've been getting to know a guy. All right. So the least expensive. Do we want to talk about prices like the whole way through? Or obviously they know we're going from least expensive to most.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about kind of the arc we've created here tonight?
Yeah. Well, we have at least the first two are old vine Zinfandels.
Okay.
The first one's from Trader Joe's. It's the Old Moon Old Vine. I've had it, but it's been years. It's still a very good seller. And one of the reasons, I'm sure, is because it is only $5.99.
Okay.
And then
is this the one that went up $2?
No, that's not the nice. The next one then is one we've talked about for years as liking, but it's probably been at least 2 or 3 years since I've had one, which is the OZV Old Vine Zinfandel from Oak Ridge Winery.
Your heart's on fire?
Both low dot. What's that?
Elvira? That's the Oak Ridge Boys.
That's funny. When I was looking for their Twitter handle, that was the first one that came up for when I typed in Oak Ridge, or when I typed in OZV. Oh no, Oak Ridge Boys came up before the winery. So
the last time I had the OZV was, I think, one of those previous bottles, like several vintages ago.
Yep.
When we bought a couple of them, they were so good. And I think I even got one because you brought one over. We had it like on a podcast, maybe, or something like that. Perhaps,
maybe, or just
I remember getting one. For some reason, I thought I got it from Trader Joe's though too. Like I don't know if I went up, but and I remember I think I consumed most of a bottle on a stream because I just opened it up. I was like, oh my god, this is delicious again.
It is
and
good.
It was fantastic. He got a taxi to my place, and this is not a euphemism. Cuddles. There's nothing wrong with some good cuddles. I can appreciate some good cuddles. Always happy to have those. All right, so you said $5.99. This one is a blend, possibly, or do we not know?
Probably. Yeah,
okay. Seems like the other two, even though they're more expensive, are also blends as well. We'll talk about that when we get to them.
Yeah, as long as they're a certain percentage, they can still call themselves by the one grape name. But that's not uncommon.
Not uncommon
to
at
have
all.
Boost up for maybe a little color, maybe a little extra flavor, just to add a little something in, and then you still can can call it 100%, or not 100%, but you can still call it a Zinfandel. So
I wonder what that number is. Do you have
I
any
thought
clue?
I thought it was like 70.
Oh, is it that low?
But I don't
that's
know.
crazy. I mean, you might be right, but that's just
I
crazy.
guess we could do a little search.
If only we had the internet to let us know.
Only we did.
Only we had the internet. I am a huge fan of Zinfandels. It's probably one of my definitely up there grape varietals. Like I said, this Cab and Pinot are probably my big three reds, I would say. The Shiraz is pretty good. And I also do like it. Oh, wait.
But there's a lot of good
No,
ones.
those are my big three, though. I would say Cab, Zinfandel, and like I said, Pinot are probably my big three reds for sure. And then I've gotten way more into Chardonnays than I used to. Like I said, I like that oaky kind of, like that balance of oaky, buttery, little creamy.
75%.
Okay.
You may use the name of a single grape variety on a label as long as the type designation of wine if 75% or more of the wine is made from the named grape variety.
Okay.
With exceptions provided, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure. Okay. What percentage?
It's all except for Pinot.
Yeah, 7.
I don't know if I see it as much with Pinot Noir.
75.
I'm probably dead wrong, and I just have never looked. But like for some reason, like that one seems like that one does not get blended near as much. Cab is your favorite? I mean, Cab is super delicious. Like I said, that's one that is very hit or miss, at least for my wife. Like I said, sometimes they could be a little too tannic or a little too like just kind of maybe it gets a little too oaky for her. I'm not sure. Like I said, so that's one where I get those, and she was like, well, maybe I'll want some or not, and then like whereas if it's Pinot Noir, like I said, probably Zinfandel or some other things, it's Shiraz. Like those are just like enjoyable.
That's usually when I like. There's some cabs we carry at the store that I've had, and they're just too much fruit. I like that depth. I like that tan, and I like that. That's what I'm looking for in a cab. But right now, we're looking for a Zin.
That's right. We're looking for a Zin right now.
And you just opened this, so
I did.
Maybe we should open the others when we break.
Good. We can open the other two.
We're going to be drinking them soon.
Yeah, fair.
Shortly thereafter. But
I forgot to look. Did you say what the alcohol was in this? I apologize. I don't see it here.
I did not. It might be on the front label.
Yes. They're trying to hide it. 14.5%.
Okay.
I think the OZV is 15 and change.
Okay. $14. $15
Okay.
is what they're saying.
Was what they're saying. But that one was actually 10.
$9.49.
Oh, okay. It's amazing. All of these wines I went to, like I said, obviously, ! Beverage Command or any of the other 9 that Guardian Down put in chat.
Drunk.
Drunk. Any of those that you put in chat, you can find out the links to all these things. The Trader Joe's one does not really have a link. That is one of the sometimes unfortunate things about them is that their wines, unless it is something that is in the Fearless Flyer, which then they will have an amazing amount of information about, and it's fantastic. Anything else, they don't even you couldn't even search for it. Like I searched for it on their website and it comes up, which is weird to me. Their search optimization also could use some work because you type in Old Moon and it came up with potatoes. Like literally
That's our
rusted
brand of
ass
potatoes.
Yeah, apparently. And I was just like, wow, how does this even and then I am weird enough where I get curious. I'm like, okay, what in here actually worked that it thought that this was the thing I was looking for? I think that was something. I think cottage cheese was second. Like it started.
You went to their website, typed in Old Moon, and came up with potatoes.
I will we
Okay.
will do it right.
Fine.
We will.
No, I'm not.
We'll do it right now because it was funny.
The fact that Trader Joe's does mostly things on Instagram. They don't have a Twitter handle, and but they do use the social media of the Instagram.
Organic gold potatoes.
Huh.
And then the next thing was old-fashioned organic oats. Why would those come up?
500.
Okay, old-fashioned. So the word old probably came up there because I just put in Old Moon. But organic gold potatoes?
Old.
Oh, my God. Keith got it. Yep.
Yes, that's right.
The word gold has the word old in it.
Yeah.
Let's still work on our search optimization.
So all the old.
That is not even close.
Yeah.
Look for the 2 words I'd look for first. And then just say nothing. Here's things that are close.
But next, the
cold brew coffee.
The Pinot.
Okay, Mezzaluna lasagna. All right, I'm waiting. Tell me how that one works.
Unless it's in the recipe and they want wine or something, or they pair it with wine and then
coconut cold brew ice pops. Ooh, that actually sounds good.
Old. Wait, no,
Under a honeymoon. That sounds like something
that
Daphne
is
would be
a Viognier. We have honeymoon, Viognier, velvet moon, old moon. There's the bay moon. There's several moons. There's a
Okay.
lot of mooning going on.
There's a lot of mooning going on at Trader Joe's.
You have to stay out of the wine aisle.
Yeah,
if you
those
don't wanna be
button-up
mooned.
shirts now button down in the back too.
Yeah.
Then apparently, I guess is what we have going on.
But next week, if we do that Pinot Noir, it is in the flyer. So we will have loads of.
Well, then of
information.
course we have to do it.
Loads.
The week where it'd be easier. Let's do that one. I was glad we had both of these. But, so the point I was trying to make when I got sidetracked, as I often do on the show, the OZV and the Saldo, both of them on their website where you can order either directly through them or whatever else, both way more priced than anywhere you could go find it yourself.
Right.
It was, like I said, $5 more for the Zinfandel, and the Saldo one, I think it had it for $35.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
34 or 35. I've got it here. The 2021, $34. So, but that is not what we paid for them.
No.
You said 27 and $9.50.
Yes.
So that's a big leap in that one. We couldn't really
Right.
find like a $15 one. That would have been
No.
like the more optimal leap. Like if you had like an 8, a 15 and a 25, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's surprisingly good.
That's surprisingly not bad. It's a little iodine. Like there's a little like something.
little something that
There's a
might
little
go
blood
off
in there.
as
Like there's something like that kind of thing. Like that's like a maybe black currant, like that kind of thing going on. It's a little on the lighter side, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's also good because we started with this one.
With a meal, a heavier meal where you got all those things. You have at least that alcohol is going to cut through some of that. But then there's some spice to it.
A little spice in
That's
there.
what I like about Zinfandel is when it's both spice and fruit. You do find sometimes that are all fruit. And I'd like a little bit of spice to balance that out. That's what I like about. For me, that's a good Zinfandel.
This one's a little dead, kind of in the middle of my tongue, though. There's something in there too that's like a little like just kind of weighing it down. That's almost just not a flavor. As weird as that sounds, there's something that's just kind of like I don't know, like I said, or maybe it's just a blend of a lot of like low note, darker fruit kind of stuff. Like I said, the black currant kind of showed up. Like I said, that other. Like I said,
it does leave
iodine
a
kind of thing.
heaviness. at
There's
the
something
end.
kind of
Yeah.
heavy in the middle, and it's not like, it's not like, oh, it's dark chocolate or it's this kind of like, there's no, it's kind of a nondescript, just kind of heaviness. But overall, this is like I said, this is fairly pleasant and for $6, $5.99.
So yeah,
I mean, that's not. I said, yeah, that's honestly not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't take this over to someone's house because it's like, wow, you only think of me $6 worth. Thank you for inviting me over for your holiday feast.
Here you
Here's
go.
the $6 wine. They were out of $2 Chuck. I'm sorry.
Well, it's like last
Which
year
is now
when
$2.50. No, is it $3? Is Chuck
it's so it had always been $2.99 in Arizona.
Oh, that's right. It was $2 in California.
And $2 in California, and then last year in August it went up to $3.49 in Arizona. So
You'd say it's about how much?
about $3.50.
There we go.
Yep. Well,
did we have one of those at your house finally? Because I don't think I'd ever had one. Did you buy one and we opened it? Like was it like a kind of like
years ago? I bought one over because someone had said to take the Merlot and mix it with Coke, and it tastes like a cherry Coke. So we did that,
and I think we probably tried it. Straight
and it was fine. And then also we use it as our turkey wine, the Chardonnay. And I had you and Joe each try a sip, and you guys were like, "Oh, it's okay." I mean,
was that a Chardonnay? You said?
Yeah, the Chard.
Oh, okay,
but that's usually what. That's right. I got to get that on my list because it's turkey time, and
It is.
I've already begun my preparations, my gathering. I've begun to gather the things I need.
I love your amount of organization.
But yeah, no, I mean,
2 turkeys again this year?
Well, yeah, because I'm sure
One on each grill?
C&E will bring.
Used to be
Well,
one
they
on-
bring something over. They don't do the grill anymore. But,
Oh, okay.
But they do bring some. So
Someday I still would love to
They
do like a
bring it.
deep fried turkey. That always seems exciting and delicious.
Have you ever watched the Alton Brown when he does it? He has like a ladder and he rigs it up and he
Oh,
drops
yeah.
it. Yeah, that's kind of. I'm sure that's old. I don't know if he does it the same way anymore, but I always thought that was kind of. Yeah, and he always talks about how important it is to be safe.
Yeah.
when you're doing.
It's
that,
supposed
but-
to be delicious though.
Yeah.
Like everyone just talks about like how moist it is and just everything. Like that seems like that would be
Yeah.
fantastic. But yeah, that's a.
That's right. I got to start.
I mean, the
watching.
pot you have to have for that.
Yeah, you have to have a Special
We
pop.
actually probably could use some of the beer brewing apparatus. That actually would probably work
Probably
out okay.
could, actually, yeah.
HJ, if you're in chat, we're coming over to make turkey.
Well, and speaking of HJ, last year when they came over they came over toward the end, but they brought over a bottle of Zinfandel, and it was the clinker brick.
Oh,
We didn't get to that night, but I have subsequently gotten to, and it was delicious.
Yeah, that's one of their favorites.
So, and if they are, then of course they're invited again this year. So,
Good, because I already mentioned it.
okay, good.
It's like,
They have a standing invitation.
I figured it was at that
Yeah.
point, but I mentioned it
this
the other
year,
week.
no.
I was like, Keith's having to whittle some down. Sorry, didn't make the cut.
And I know there was, you're welcome to come over for as much of the celebration as you like. So,
Like sad, I barely made it though. If it makes you feel any better, I was right at the bottom. It was either you guys or me.
you
and he almost picked
stuffing
you.
and you're stuffing in pie.
That's true. That's
So,
the
yeah.
only.
Now you
that's
go
what-
immediately to the top of the
That's
list.
what elevates me in the upper echelon.
Absolutely.
We are here. There you go.
Lafayette, we are here.
But yeah, honestly, this is. I went into this thinking like this is probably going to be kind of a dud, and it's fine. It's better than a dud.
And it's a good start. And who knows? We may try the next one and be like, oh, we see, or we, who knows where
if
we'll
we don't, I'm gonna be
yeah.
upset because that OZV was always one of my favorites. So hopefully it didn't go downstairs. Is a 10-gallon pot big enough for your turkey? It depends obviously on the size of the turkey, but I think I honestly think that probably would be close to working because we've got the lid in there, like we've got good fire there, we've got the good flame. That could happen. Hopefully we can come for dessert again this year. Of course.
Well, you're certainly welcome, like I said, for that or whenever you can get over. So, but yes,
You can
we
even
would
have a
love to see
secondary
you there.
plate is just ready. Just ready as you walk in the door. It's just a plate of food. Yeah, that's actually,
Yeah.
that's good.
You're right. The only thing would be that kind of mid palate heaviness that isn't really attached to any flavor necessarily.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah,
I'm glad I wasn't the only one getting that. Clinker Brick is a favorite, hoping to hit their tasting room in California in a couple weeks. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that should be really cool. Yeah, you can actually probably even buy stuff there. You don't just have to hit their tasting room or something. You can actually go in there and buy something.
Yep.
They would probably appreciate that too. Oh man, how's everything else been going? Have you been watching any new shows? Did you finally start any of the things we've been talking? Have you started Saul yet at all? Or?
no, I have not started. So I should have started that last week actually, but I kind of forgot about it. But no, I want to. I still want to find Yellowstone somewhere and give that a
Paramount Plus.
But it's also it is on YouTube TV, and I have a new season coming out, so I'm wondering if I'll just be able to record everything and start watching through stuff.
Yeah, I bet they might have a thing there.
But
I still need to watch Andor. I have not watched that yet. That's the latest Star Wars like little miniseries thing that's on Disney Plus.
I don't have Disney Plus. I've thought it. And not that we have this discussion frequently. All the subscription
I know.
and
I
streaming
need to get away from
services we
cable.
could-
20 streaming services
Yeah,
later. I'm
right.
paying more than I did for cable.
Right. And so but it seems like there's a lot on Peacock that, like if you want to rewatch things, but no, I've watched a little bit of Modern Family the last week or so. Again,
That's like our
seen
little
a few.
go-to.
It's comforting.
It's just a good show. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've ever gotten to see the one too, where it's like the whole end of it is basically The Godfather, the end of The Godfather.
Oh God, I saw that one last week actually.
Yeah. We were just,
Fulgencio.
yeah. Fulgencio Joe. Yeah, exactly. That's all right. It's all taken care of.
Yeah.
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 The-
Don't ask me about my business, Claire.
I wasn't
I
asking
didn't.
you. Yeah.
Don't ask me about my business.
He closes the door. It's just great.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just pretty genius.
Yep.
We watched through most. I think I've talked about it a little bit. We watched through most of the first season of Mythic Quest. I think we maybe have one episode left. That's the one that's also has McElhaney from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah,
it's
you
basically
talked
about
about
like it's like he is the genius behind like what is their World of Warcraft. It's like some game. It's called Mythic Quest or whatever. So it's that kind of slightly more humor. I don't even say it's inside baseball. Like just kind of more humorous, like behind the scenes kind of a video game company and that kind of stuff. We love that. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I think, is there 2 or 3
And
seasons?
what is that on?
Excuse me, that's on Apple TV.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have. We had the 2 free months from Apple, and
I saw the thing where also it like renewed again for $5. I was like, well, I should watch something here for the next month. I've already paid for it. 2 seasons. Okay. Yeah, I think we've almost finished. I think maybe we have one more episode in the first season. But yeah, so that's like I said, that's been pretty enjoyable for the most part. I liked watching through that. I'm trying to think of what else, if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else new we've started. I still want to watch the Hellraiser movie that's on Hulu. I haven't gotten to that yet. But yeah, I haven't started any like new. I might I don't know. I might watch the Ozark, but I don't know. I kind of don't want to watch it either. Just I've heard a fair amount of stuff about it, so I know a lot of the plot twist things. And I'm just kind of like, I saw Breaking Bad. I don't really need to see that.
One of my coworkers said that. She said the same thing. She's like, it's just kind of like not as good Breaking Bad. But
it's a lot of what I have heard.
Season 2 and not even through season 2, but then we were like,
and you read about it,
and then we read about everything, and then because we're like, we're done.
He said we should jump into season 4.
We're done.
Wasn't that what it was?
I think maybe, but I think
that's
we read
steam.
the recap of all that too. So
okay,
yeah, no, we haven't considered revisiting.
Steam has been lost.
We went back to the beginning of the JoJo. And we just watched the first one, and it's kind of cool actually. And we have to seen everything else, and then we're going to see the little bit of build up to that. So that's kind of fun. But
so you probably stick with that.
Yeah, I think so. There's a few other. There's like another show based on one of the characters. It's only like 4 episodes. Ben was saying, so we'll watch that. But
I'm surprised. Like I need to give like Yellowstone a chance, but like what little I've seen of it just looks like I
haven't seen any.
It just looks like bad writing Western. I don't know.
Okay, and that's I'm
again
just, because Dad
it is not a fair assessment because like I have literally just seen like little clips here and there. And it just seems like, well, are you looking for horse drama? I don't know. Like it's just like I don't know. It's just like I'm just I'm not sure. Like I should give it a fair chance because like I said, I know a lot of people that really like it.
Yeah.
Like some people I think just like Kevin Costner.
So your shirt, when I first got here today, the first thing I noticed was the word that you can read. And I was like, sake. I was like, we don't really even like sake.
I knew it.
I thought, why is he wearing a sake shirt? And then of course I figured it out.
Did you get the rest of it?
I had to take a picture and look at it for 5 or 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, then I figured it out.
Me too. I thought it was the drink. No, look. Do you get what it is now, though, or do I need to explain it? This one, I
don't know if you can read the numbers, but there's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2,
okay.
3, 4.
Yeah. No, I was like,
this is one of my favorite, like more very subtle, like shirts like this. This is a beverage show. Yeah, so that would kind of make sense. People would think that.
Yep.
I have literally only had like one sake to my knowledge because I didn't have any when I was over at HJ's a long time ago when someone was warming some up in the microwave. And it was not a great experience. We have to try at least 1 or 2 more to finally put a cork in that one. Because I feel bad. Like we can't, although like what I always talk about is like, oh, well, if you've had one of the better, and supposedly we had one of the best.
Right.
Supposedly outside of Japan, that was literally one of the best. And it was like,
did you do any more rum researching?
R&R.
Yeah, rum.
I did, and I have those couple that I've written down because I want to get to one of those before the holidays. I think that would probably be a good one. Like maybe just post Thanksgiving whenever we do a first podcast or something like that. I thought maybe we might do a rum because a lot of people do obviously like hot toddy, like a lot of different rum drinks going in that. So maybe if we could do maybe 2 different rums, we could do one that like, oh, this should be good for mixers. How is it for tasting? And then here's one that's more of that, mid-range, like $30-$35 one that's supposed to be pretty good. So I think that could be kind of fun. So that was kind of something I had in mind.
Well, it was good that Dr. Taco was here last week.
I know.
I did return that rum.
Oh, did you?
I did return it. Yeah. I mean,
did they give you any guff?
No, because that's how Trader Joe's works. We tried it. We liked it. If you don't for any reason, bring it back. We don't sell this. We don't sell this. Yeah. Well, some things, yeah.
That's my favorite.
This is from Kirkland. This is Costco.
And what is that? I don't know if that's an insider baseball term, but was it? What do you guys call the people that come back with just a bunch of stuff from there?
Do I have a term for that?
I've heard a term for that. I didn't know if it was an insider.
The people who clean out their cupboard?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do they? No, but what do they call that though?
Don't know.
Pantry raiders.
Oh God!
Because they just bring in all the old stuff that they want to get rid of. I think that was Eric that said that to me at some point. I swear I've heard that from.
That's totally
Pantry
a
raiders.
That is very much a Gasson thing.
H was very confused about your sake comment. I could barely remember the story. It was one of those game nights or something like that. That one of those. I don't know. I don't even remember the person's name. And they brought over sake, and that was like their drink of choice, and they were heating it up in the microwave, and I was not partaking in whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, that could probably go wrong quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that is the way to have it, I guess. Some people like the hot sake. Hot sake.
Yeah. No, and I think you don't, from what I understand, you don't have to have as high of a grade of sake to have it and enjoy it warm. So back in the day when I worked at Japanese Kitchen Steakhouse, they had The hot sake.
They had a separate sake for hot or cold.
I don't know if it was separate, but they had it. I just remember the little ceramic jars they poured it in.
It's constantly on a burner.
Yeah. It's just hot water that we've reduced over and over and over.
God.
Wait a minute.
It's just the water we wash things down with.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is not good. All right, should we go grab the other wine and have some more conversation?
I think we should.
Okay.
We should do that.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here, but thank you guys for hanging out. You know what? I realized this whole time.
Oh, no. What have we not done?
This whole time, I didn't even put up the picture of the wine bottle.
Oh, well, it's funny because, it's different because usually our opening beverage is very separate from everything we're going to podcast on. In a way, this is part of the podcast. I mean,
this will be tied in some fashion.
It will. It informs the next couple that we're going to have. So,
yeah, we'll probably.
But there it is.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
There it is.
Probably for the next one, we'll maybe do like a quick summary as I'm opening or talking of this one. Say like if you saw the the live show, which you can go back, like we can tie it into the if you watch the archive,
right? Go
back and look. We had this one. Like I could even put it up again. Like we tried this one. For $6, this wasn't too bad, but obviously it was lacking in some of the things you're looking for. Let's see what, another basically $3.50 gets you kind of thing. Oh shit, I just did the intro. Damn it, we don't even have the wine.
Just splice it in.
Just splice it. Anyway, there it is. We'll get back to that one again in a little bit. But we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'll play some music. Maybe if you guys already got some football on, you're watching football, you're watching
or the World Series, if that's your way to go.
Watching Bryce Harper hit another dinger.
Could be. Schwarber already hit one.
Oh, okay, what's the score? Who's ahead? Who's behind? Hey, let's ask Keith. Almost absolute perfection once again with the end of that song. I don't know, Keith, what are you doing?
What's that?
I said, what are you doing? You're making things work perfect.
Now that's you. This is what you do.
Oh God,
this is your thing.
Everyone's like, wow, this is what he does, and this is the best we get.
This is the production value you have.
I try.
Yeah, you're a one-man show over
I succeed.
Sometimes. You're behind. You're front of the house, back of the house. You're doing it all.
You're
doing it all.
All right. It's time for some more podcast fun. Again, if you happen to be watching the football game tonight, apparently it's more of a game than anyone would have expected.
Yeah,
14-13 right now. Will Philly finally lose their first game of the season? I say no.
And to the Texans, nonetheless, who the Bears have beat.
That's true,
right?
Yeah. So if the Texans actually win tonight, we could say it's like the Bears beat them too.
Yeah.
So the Bears then literally beat the best team. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it is.
I'm pretty excited though. Pretty excited about Chase Claypool. I am okay.
Okay, I hope so, because it's a second round pick.
I'm okay with that.
And he was a second round pick like 3 years ago.
And we had 2.
Okay.
See, here's the explanation though behind that though, which I always think is funny because everyone's said the same thing. But you could take a second round pick someone that you've never seen play football before. You have no idea, or you see someone. Why did they trade all your defense though? I think honestly, I feared after the start of this season, I kind of wondered if we were going to be able to re-sign Roquan Smith and what we would have to pay him. So it was kind of like I kind of thought this might be coming. And from what the front office said, they're like, it seemed like we were just going to be way too far apart. So that, here's what's the funny thing. Roquan Smith and Lamar Jackson have the exact same agent. Themselves.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's going to be great for the Baltimore Ravens. They should represent the other one. That would be funny.
Hey, let me know how that works. And if you get a good deal, then can you come help me?
Can you come help me? Oh, but yeah, they like I said they tried to sign him in the off season, and like I said, just some of the things I think that were said and everything else. It's going to be interesting, a couple games in to see like how, like I said, obviously he was one of the top tacklers and linebackers in the game. It'll be interesting to see. I think we're doing so much building. I think getting 2 picks out of that was good, and then. We already had 2 second rounders, so we got to use one of those second rounders on what could be a very great wide receiver. So
a proven commodity, you hope, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I love you turning around that quote. They say the person who is their own agent has a fool for a client, and I am that fool, was I think what Roquan Smith said to them at some point. They say a man who represents himself in court has a fool for a client. I am that fool.
How convenient.
What is that actually from? It's an old quote. The thing I remember it from is literally from the Addams Family movie. because it was Raul Julia actually said that was in one of the trailers. Because like I think they were losing their house. Like I don't actually remember that movie, nor if I saw the whole thing.
No.
But I remember that quote, and it was the way he said it was so hilarious. Yeah, it was good. He was a pretty good Adams. Gomez Adams. Thank you. There you go.
I saw the first one. I didn't see. There was another one. Adam's Family Values. I think.
Values.
I didn't see that one.
I saw a lot of people. They were dressing up for Halloween on Twitch, and there was this one woman, and she was dressed up as Wednesday, but on a Friday. Which I thought was funny. I thought that was clever. All right, we are going to do. The first one actually was a little more of a podcast than normal.
You might be able to take
a
few snippets from that for something.
I think so. I actually think with the way we did some of that, I think that actually might turn into a TikTok. I'd like to try and throw that up there. So that's, I think, my plan. I'm going to try and go through that whenever we can have those moments where at the very end, after we've talked for a little bit and we both go back and forth and quickly summarize what we said. That is great for TikTok. It's so easy.
It's TikTok gold.
It's TikTok gold right there. And if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, shameless plug for all of these things right here. YouTube is a great place to subscribe. Go watch some content there. We're getting the watch hours up, but the subscribers are doing very nicely, so we're appreciative of that. But now we just need you guys to watch. We appreciate you hit the subscribe button.
Watched hours.
Watched hours.
I thought you sadd watch towers.
You mean like Jimi Hendrix all of a sudden?
Or I don't know what, but could be.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
But we're getting the watchtowers up. I was like, the watchtowers?
Oh, yeah,
what are the
witnesses
I was
are
like,
coming. The witnesses are coming. How many more hours you need? Quite a few. Because the TikToks, as well as they are doing, YouTube says we don't count those toward watch hours, apparently. Wow. So thankfully it counted toward our subscribers, so it was a half good. But like I looked and we have like, I think in the last month, like 400 or 500 hours were TikTok hours of people watching those like 1 minute videos, but TikTok's or YouTube's like, those don't count as watch hours. I was like, okay, fine. But I think right now we're at around 1,500 hours of what we need. We need 4,000. That's what in a year.
Oh,
in a calendar year. So everyone is doing their own help right now. Everyone has been watching some of the playlists. So make sure you watch playlists that are not the TikTok one, the shorts. Don't watch the shorts. Well, we want you to watch the shorts, but that is not going to help with
So the best thing would be to do to the Thursday night uploads that you do.
Thursday night uploads.
Set it and forget it.
I've been uploading this whole week. Oops. I accidentally hit play on a song there. That freaked me out. I was like, it is any 12. Yes, the last calendar 12. So basically it adjusts over one day as a day changes, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, so it's literally like,
so you don't have to like get in 2,500 hours in the next month and a half.
Correct.
2 months. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yes, it is 1 year. We've been watching overnight. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much.
Wow.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no. Okay.
Kick the Sandman in his sack, stay up late, Insomniac.
Oh, wow.
That was David Tell's show, Insomniac. Okay. No, you remember that? It was on Comedy
I
Central.
I do remember the show. I never watched it, though.
That was his song, Kick the Sandman in his sack, stay up late, Insomniac.
I do remember the show. I never watched it.
Well, that is very nice. We appreciate that. Yeah, so watching those playlists, if people want to watch, I've been putting up, I played a horror puzzle game called Scorn. So I actually recorded the whole thing. So I've been putting up that playthrough. There's 3 pieces of those up. It's kind of very H.R. Geiger looking, like Alien, but a little bit more fleshy, I think is the way I put it.
Fleshy. Any part that's soft and fleshy?
Any part, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good cheers. Is there a certain place any place that's soft and fleshy? Oh, I got a treat for you.
Treat for you.
You keep saying playlist, but any video count on YouTube. Yes. You could just pick a video. You could pick, anything. I just say the playlist because those are easiest to do. Like I said, because you can just hit play on, like I said, again, one of the archive podcast lists or any of the other things that we do. So that is why I say that. Yeah, if you go to YouTube and just hit the play button. All right. Did I turn everything off? That's what I was in the middle of doing.
Do you want to open these before we start, or do you want to open them on?
That's up to you.
On screen.
I definitely could. So are we going to do both of these like back to back and the same thing? Like say, so we're going to talk about it as both things at once?
I think so, right?
Okay.
Or do you want to do them? Do you want to do them as we're not doing them as a separate podcast. We're doing them as one.
No, we should do them as one.
Okay.
I need to
one.
I need to change that graphic then because I have them as 2 separate things. Is that how I need to do that? How can I? Oh no, I can. Okay, I know what I can do.
Open with your teeth on stream.
For more, there could be.
Oh, okay.
I do need
open that with your. I'm so out of it right now. I thought like open the show with your teeth on the stream. I was like, what does that mean?
I do need to get better at some of my thumbnails. I've tried to get better. Like I'm trying to find like action shots of us laughing or whatever else, like for a thumb. But like maybe that would be like the
the Rocky 3 finish.
Yeah, exactly. It's the eye of the tiger. Keith is drunk already. I think so.
Drunk on merch creation.
Merch creation! ! Merch. We actually did more merch tonight. We didn't get to put it up. Maybe we'll put it up later for on the last one.
Did Jay see in the company of the giver? Was he here? I can't remember.
Yeah,
okay.
He was here last week.
See, I'm out of it. So, oh wait, pixel magic is happening here. Can people see these lines going on right now?
No, the lines no.
Oh, okay. Look at this.
That's actually not the one I wanted to move. Okay.
Yes, more merch. We got hoodies. We got hoodies now.
Seriously?
What else? Zipper hoodie, pullover hoodie, another shirt. We decided to. We chose the non-unisex T-shirt, the ladies T-shirt. So we've got one of those. So. Not the derby. No, we actually started looking at a hat though, the ball cap, but it actually has to be embroidered. So you have to pick the colors of the embroidery that you want. So it's a little trickier. So we're gonna have to put a little more detail into that, or bring it back a little bit. But the hat's definitely something that will look super cool.
The idea of a derby though is outstanding. There
they are.
So I think. Okay, if these are both off, so when you'll say we've got a couple of Zinfandels. Let's give it a shot. I'm Andrew. I'm Keith, and then I'll hit this, and then I think I can just go here.
Boom,
and hit that.
Boom.
There.
Nice.
So I can just do
like
that.
Magic.
Yeah, it'll take a little extra time when I'll forget all about it when I go to turn them off. But H down for the hoodie. I mean, it is a pretty sexy. I mean, I tell you, I like the hoodie. Like I said, yeah, the hoodies. Did they have one that was more? I don't know how small those hoodies get. I can't remember if they had one that was like, did they have one that was like a women's hoodie, like pullover?
I don't remember.
I'll have to look and see if there was one. I can't remember. But the hoodies, like I said, we ordered like one of each of the merch from last week. And it's already like, since we did the show last week, we ordered that after the evening. It's already shipped out. I forgot to check. We'll check at the next break when that is going to be on its way. But that is pretty nice that has already been done. So, and we ordered 6 shirts total, I think.
I know at least 4. We ordered one of each of we ordered 4 of the,
because I ordered
ARC.
Because we did that. Yeah, with 4 ARC. Okay, so maybe I just ordered, but you only ordered one. So then I ordered 2 other ones.
Okay.
Because I think I ordered, because we did 3 new ones. I think I ordered one of each new one. Because I wanted to try out the QR code.
Oh, yeah.
And the other stuff. So anyway, so we've got all those shirts coming in. As soon as they get in, obviously we'll probably wear them on stream immediately. And we'll talk about that as well. Let's see. Then if I go... Okay. I think I got this. It's a little more complicated than usual, but I think I can do it. But yeah, maybe we'll look at those at the end of stream. I'd like to, if we hadn't just placed that order, I'd like to order the 2 Degenerates shirt. I like that one.
We could order some more. I like it. The menu there. It's different. The colors are different. So that's from the update, right?
Yeah, they've made that pop a little bit more in OBS. It's nice. Okay, have everything off there. All right, we're going to do a podcast. This is going to be the other 2 Zinfandels. So these we're going to kind of do back to back.
These out of the way? Or?
Yeah, we should. Thank you. Sorry.
This one you can't see.
Yeah, that one's...
you
can't act... That's funny.
Now you can. Okay.
So I think we are good enough there. And they're clinking. They're clinking and they're bricking.
They're clinker bricking.
Oh, okay. I've stretched enough. Which we're starting with OZV, right?
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you know me.
You down with OZV? Why is it Old Zinfandel Vine?
Don't know what OZV stands for.
Because it's Oak Ridge Winery.
Oak Ridge Wine, yeah. But
then it's OZV. It should be OVZ.
Old Zinfandel vines. Maybe that's...
Or Zinfandel Old
It's
Vine.
those old Zinfandel vines that we have over there. That's what they said.
Is that what they said?
Hey, over yonder, I've discovered some old Zinfandel vines.
There, wolves. There, castle. Why are you talking like that? I thought you wanted to. No, I don't want to.
What is that?
No, fine. Suit yourself. I'm easy. That's it. That's from Young Frankenstein. He says, oh, werewolves, werewolves, their castle. He's like, their wolves, their castle.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
That is
So
a good
good
one.
though.
That is a good one. Keith, I don't mean to alarm you, but the holidays are here.
Which holiday? Well, we just passed Halloween, so it must be getting
All of
time
the other
for
ones.
all the others.
All of the others.
All of the others.
Every single one, because we don't want to, shoehorn this content into only Thanksgiving.
All of them.
But that was kind of what a little bit of the idea was as we start into our kind of bigger wine festivities. We're going to do a bunch of wines over the next month or so, like what you might want to either have at your holiday table, what you might bring over to somebody's house. And an idea we've had for a while is kind of this. We've got multiple Zinfandels, right?
That is correct, yes.
And these are all something that they don't necessarily have to be purchased at Trader Joe's, but these all were bought at Trader Joe's.
Correct. Yes, that is true.
And if we had done this podcast a few weeks ago, we could have saved a few bucks.
That's right. The price has gone up on one of them.
All right. Well, we'll talk about all that and more as we've got 2.5 Zinfandels for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And the beverages, and we are...
No more wine for Keith.
Dang
He's done.
Dang it.
He's done for the evening.
No, I got distracted. Do you want me to just go, and I'm Keith?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverages that we are about today, the 2.5 that you spoke of,
Yeah.
are the OZV Zinfandel from Oak Ridge Winery and the Saldo Zinfandel from the Prisoner Winery. The half that you spoke of is one that we tried earlier if you were here with us for the live show, which you should be on most Thursdays. And it was the Old Moon Old Vine Zinfandel from Trader Joe's.
That is a Trader Joe's exclusive. That one is the least expensive. That's kind of the biggest part of this trifecta of Zinfandels. They are all going to be going up in price. So we're going to kind of see a little bit of the value, which one do we like better, honestly?
Right.
And then after that, it's like, oh, we can tell why this one is worth $5 more. This one's, or
Right.
maybe not.
Or maybe not. Who knows?
So the Old Moon Zinfandel, Old Vine Zinfandel.
Right.
That's a mouthful. That one was how much?
$5.99.
That was $5.99. And kind of, what did we think of that one in general?
We were actually kind of surprised about how good it was, actually. There had some nice fruit, had some nice spice. There was a little bit of a heaviness on the mid palate that we couldn't attribute necessarily to any certain specific flavor. It just felt a little bit heavy. But overall, the alcohol came through, was 14.5%, but not too much, and it was balanced, but had some nice fruit and some spice, which is what I think we've both agreed we like from Zinfandels. When they're just too much fruit, that's not necessarily that they're bad, it's just not what we prefer. So
I would agree. Yeah, like I said, but overall, thought it was pretty good.
yeah, no, at least it was a good jumping off point into our Zinfandel trifecta here. Which we mentioned that before. This is something we've talked about for a while, and this gives us an opportunity to try things at 3 different price points. So
The ultimate goal at some point, we would actually like to do 3 wines, 3 different price points, all same varietal and all from the same vineyard.
correct.
That is also one thing that that's probably one of our other bucket list podcasts. If you guys have a good suggestion for a winery that we should do that with, that has 3 like pretty decent sized price points,
Right.
like if
This
there's
is
like
their upper end,
yeah, here's
middle,
a
and
here's a
their
15,
entry.
a 25, and a 40, or something, you know, whatever that is. That's something we would like to do. Definitely leave a suggestion or a comment either here on our website aboutbeverages.com or possibly even on YouTube. Either one would work.
Man, talking seamlessly, plugging all that stuff, and taking the cork out of the wine.
I've got to, and that's not a euphemism. I actually did take a cork out of this bottle.
He
of wine.
did. Just pulled it out. The cork, that is.
I have not had this wine probably in 2 or 3 years, but this used to be
Same for
a
me.
big favorite that I really loved.
Yep.
It was just a good balance of, this one was a little on the fruitier side, but there was still a good amount of oak, and just everything that I really loved about this style of wine came through in this one. Did you already mention price? I apologize. While I was opening that cork, I may have forgotten.
At least at Trader Joe's, the price on this one is $9.49.
Okay.
Just a little bit under 10 there.
If you go to their website, the 2 wines that we're about to have right now, they're actually priced at more than what we bought them for.
Right.
Like I said, this one claims to be 15 at Oak Ridge. Like I said, if you buy it from them, and the Saldo. I keep wanting to say Saldo.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
The Saldo, which the biggest thing I'm always frustrated with, a wine label that is this busy.
There's just too much going on.
Too much going on with this wine label. Yeah. So like I said,
Took out their
both of
label
them-
maker and they printed them all out.
It kind of looks like that, like those just old school label maker.
Saldo.
Yeah. That was someone that like, wait, you already sent all the cases out? I didn't put the label on it yet.
Oh no, we did.
We did. Yeah, exactly.
Saldo.
Yeah. There was a huge debate in their marketing team where they're like, well, we could use a date gun or we could use that thing to put the label on. They're like, all right, let's go up one level and do that one. But on their website, that one is $34, and you said it was $27 for the
Right.
Trader Joe's. So at Trader Joe's. So
And this is the 2020 vintage, which is 85% Zinfandel, 10% Petite Syrah, and 5% Cab.
Cabernet, 11 months aged in either French oak or American oak. And the opening, Keith picked the wrong day to quit amphetamines. I saw that like 5 minutes ago. And I was like, shit.
Looks like I picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue.
You can get Saldo at Costco for 20 something, maybe 24. What? Oh my God. Maybe they haven't had the price increase.
Yeah.
I don't know. Saldo's just kind of
Yeah, they do
just a
have
fantasy.
and they have actually the Prisoner. They have that blend I know at Costco too. It's usually a pretty good price.
Because who does that one? Is that also Saldo?
The Prisoner Wines is the winery, and then they have the Prisoner blend. That was very popular there for a few years.
Yes, we were doing the OZV first. Sorry, yeah, if that wasn't completely made clear. Yeah, we're doing the OZV. We're inhaling it. Do you have an OZ? Are you able to open one of these too? Or are you going to open it? Do you have a Saldo? Do you have one? You're going to drink along with us? As Keith gyrates the table. Not on hand. Damn it. I had some more of the blackened the cask strength 112 the other day. God, I really like that one. It's still a little on the thinner side. Like I wish it had a little bit more in the body, but this just a nice kind of right amount of heat and spice and just some other nice flavor. I still like that one. Like I think, and it's funny too. It's kind of nice when, I mean, I like the regular blackened too, but like I like getting a little bit more proof of that one. I'm glad I have another bottle of that. But it's nice. Not that everything is what people say on the internet, but it's nice that one I feel like a little vindicated by. Like a lot of people when they do their lineups of they're like, here's all these celebrity wines, or with like they'll do those things, and like the tequilas especially. Usually people just get absolutely like Casamigos must be literally like god awful trash. Like because it seems like that is just literally thrown under the bus. Like, and I'm sure it is, but like that was one. Like I said, anytime blackened is usually in the list of people trying stuff, and especially if it's the cask strength. They usually pick that one easily as one of the best out of all of them and say like, wow, this is actually really like, this is really good. And I think it's, that one just goes to show you because they, the people behind it making it, it's not just them slapping their label on something. Right. So they got really good in line with Dave Pickrell. And I think it was just able to go from there. I mean, you get someone that used to work at Whistle Pig, you're probably going to do okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Some nice fruit coming out of there. I think maybe blackberry, a little cherry or something like that. There's also a low note. There's the fruit, and then there's something underneath that I can't quite put my finger on, but
I don't know if that's like I definitely think some oak comes through, which is really nice.
Maybe that's it.
Like I said, there's a little hint of vanilla, and then I would agree, like the blackberry, some cherry. There's a nice little fruit pop in there that's pretty delicious. The aroma is what I'd be looking for. This is good so far.
Good so far.
All right, to the taste.
Absolutely.
We also plan to visit Oak Ridge, so I hope it's good. Again, this was always one of my favorite Zinfandels, especially at this price point. Like again, I have not had upper echelon of some wine, so like I said, take that with a grain of salt. This one was always like I said especially for the money. But even if this was more expensive, I would have paid it at the time. Yeah. So hopefully that, like I said, this stays in line with that. Because I want to say the year, like we had those couple bottles. And I think they were even from a previous vintage. And I thought that you had bought one or something else had happened. And you're like, yeah, I don't think it's as good anymore. So savor that. It was like savor that bottle or something like that.
With the OZV?
Yeah, specifically.
I just haven't had it in a long time.
Because we're talking,
I don't remember.
we're talking 3 or 4 years ago, probably when I had it, because it was the silver label. Remember? It had the
Yeah,
silver.
the label had changed.
So all
I
that
thought
had
was
changed.
the
It was like
only-
when that change had happened. It was
Maybe
like,
I just said savor the label.
could be. Yeah. Sail away, sail away, sail.
Sure. That's good.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very good.
Nice fruit. I think that note that I was picking up on aroma wise in the taste, it is a little bit of vanilla and oak combination there. That's that lower note. I like it more as a flavor than as an aroma. But the fruit's there. It's a little dry, a little spice on the front. But the fruit is quite expressive, but not like, you're not going to say it's a fruity wine. It has nice fruit, nice balance, and yeah, still a good one.
This is great, especially for $9.50. Like I said, I think this is excellent. Compared to the previous one that, like I said, we just kind of referenced that we had during the live show, that low note that was in that one, this part brings flavor to where that low note was. Like I said, it brings a little bit like, oh, I'm getting a little bit of oak. I'm getting a little light vanilla. Yeah, the fruit is in there, and it's definitely bringing a little bit of brightness to that too, but it's not overly jammy or anything. It's blended in very nicely. It's just a very well balanced Zinfandel. And yeah, this is definitely still one of my favorites currently, until maybe we try the next one. I don't know.
And let's do that.
Okay. Should we get to that one?
Yeah.
All right. There'll be some sort of edit there. Yeah, that's good. Like that has everything, that amps everything up that was in that one another notch, and just kind of, it builds on that one. But it's interesting though, because I can see some of the initial structure that's in that. I can see that in this one. Like, okay, I see where there's some commonality, but it's like, yes, this is 100% where your money goes to. Like the Pulp Fiction reference,
flavor.
which I should have worn that shirt tonight. But yeah, the $3.50 that's, that you're extra that you're spending on this goes a long way. Like that, this is worth every bit of $3.50 more. Like I would pay $15 for this. Like that, I think this one is that good. So
still good. What you have the Trader Joe's one there still, right?
I do. Yeah. Did you?
It is from Lodi, is it not?
Oh, stuck there again. Yes, it is.
Okay,
Lodi.
so
these are both Lodi 2020.
Both Lodi's ins. Okay,
and this one was 2020 as well. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, the Saldo is 2021.
It'd be interesting if they both came out of the same winery. This spends a little more time. They're like, okay, and it's very possible, but
well, I mean, like I said, there is similar notes there. Like I said, I don't. Lodi. My little Einemacher Frau. Frau's a good Zin. There we go.
Lodi Frau's a good Zin.
It's Frau's a good Zin.
I agree. Lodi does Frau good Zin.
Lodi Frau's a good Zin.
We used to get one every year under our Petite Reserve label, which was kind of a purpley label, and it was very plummy, but I really liked it.
Plummy,
and it was
dense.
Yeah. But it was very good, but I haven't seen that one in a while. So yeah, I can still, people will ask about Zinfandels, and a lot of times I go just based on what, obviously the last time I had it, or, reputation.
The 800 podcasts we do from Trader Joe's wines.
Right. I love the purpley.
I love the purpley
label.
It is. That's good. Yeah, no, solid recommendation. This is a sturdy freaking bottle. Jesus Christ. Bottle feels heavy. Did you?
Oh yeah. No, it's got some.
This has got some weight to it.
The Malbec that I bought.
Brick killed a guy. I hit a guy with.
I stabbed a guy with
a pitchfork. I was going to talk to you about that. Brick.
Want to lay low.
I want to lay low for a little bit. Got some nice heft. Does have some.
Unfortunately, all the heft is in the bottle.
None of the heft is in the glass.
It's in the glass. It's not in the
Not
wine.
the one I want.
Yeah.
The Prisoner Wine Company. How did the Prisoner Wine stuff even start? Do you actually know?
I have no idea.
Because that seems
maybe
like
their websites.
That seems like a random thing to actually start. We do have their wine up here, or their website. Saldo means in Latin, it means here and there. This is the beginning of some sort of J.R.R. Tolkien like story or something like that.
There.
Oh,
wait, that's no.
No, that's here and now.
No, that's right.
And that's the show that's on NPR.
This is
It's
here.
S&M stuff. It's some prison sex things.
This
That's
is
what's
here
going
and
on.
now.
It's Tool all of a sudden. Zinfandel, petit sera, grenache, primitivo sera. Isn't there other one, blindfold?
Oh, yeah. That's one of the tabs.
Well, there you go, right there. There's also unshackled. Blanc de Noir. Born from the dark in the black cloak of night to envelope its... Oh, wait, that's a negative song. Born from the dark and provocative world of the Prisoner Wine Company enters a new white wine expression that explores light, vibrance, and elegance. Blindfold is crafted to awaken your senses. Experience our still Blanc de Noir with a heightened sense of taste. Oh, wait, heightened sense of sight, taste, and touch. What you see, what you taste, it may not be what you expected. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
What's going on with this wine? Also, $35 for a Blanc de Noir. That's got to be pretty good. You would hope. Or I'd be very disappointed. There are some wines that I know are probably like really good, but it's like, wouldn't pay that much for that. Like that one's going to be lost on. Like it's not going to be something I'm going to enjoy. Does that make sense?
That's one of the things we've wanted to, and we'll see here. Well, would you pay now $27?
Yeah,
versus
this is
$9.50.
This is going to be an interesting big jump.
Not exactly the same because it's not low die and it's not the same. You know,
no. Does it say where this is from? Oakville, California. Oh, it does have a little bumpiness to it. I think it is
like
actually one of those things.
Yeah, and then you turn it to the little cut sign, the little scissor symbol, and cut it right off.
Scissor sisters.
Well, I don't know if you do that.
I was not going to let that go to waste.
I've
That
saved
is
a little
good.
bit over there for later comparison. For the bonus coverage you get here. All right, you can pour more later. Like you'd forget to pour some wine.
This is true.
You won't
This
forget.
is quite true.
You want to open that before we
Possibly, because I think
go back live?
I think this is going to be a quicker, like, we won't have as much discussion as I won't have as much time on this
Yeah,
one.
we had a lot of other lead in with things.
I felt that. I felt confident with that other lead in. I may
Yeah.
not have that here. So, yeah, let's we'll do this.
Shall I get us some updates on football and
Yeah,
baseball?
why not? Yeah,
Okay.
what's going on?
Here we go.
What's going on
Let's
with
check.
the... Let's do... I'd be more interested in the World Series. What's going on with the World Series?
That's it. The World Series.
Spit it!
2-1, bottom 5.
2-1.
Houston is ahead.
Planet Houston.
Verlander's still pitching. The Phillies have a runner on second with 2-2 count and 2 outs.
Verlander.
He's not won a World Series game. One of my coworkers said
He's won
it's
World
got to
Series
happen
titles,
soon.
though, right?
Yeah,
Let's see, he was with the Astros for...
Yes.
Because have the Astros won two or one World Series?
Was he there for that one in
Oh.
17? I think he was on that team. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just hasn't won a World Series game. So
Has he not pitched well in the postseason, or is he just very
no, it's
unlucky?
in the ALDS and ALCS. He's pitched very well. He's like 8-1 in the DS and 9-2 in the C. Something I was hearing this on the way over. I was listening to the radio on the way over, but then he's 0-6, 0-6 in the World Series.
So actually 6 losses?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did Uncle Ned do?
What did Uncle Ned
That is
do?
shocking.
Yeah.
Also more shocking, I am glad that you said that you heard that on the radio, because it'd be like, was there just someone next to you giving you
Someone was
baseball
talking
stats?
to me. Well, you know,
Some guy that
I was going
rides-
to mention the Dan Patrick Show again, but I feel I mentioned Dan Patrick an awful lot.
I was about to say, was it Dan Patrick?
It was. It was a replay at the Dan Patrick Show. I don't hear it in the morning when I work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
The whiff.
Yeah. The whiff. So
All
I
right.
like that. You follow Paul Pabst on Twitter.
I do. I follow Paul
He's
Pabst on Twitter. He's a huge Bears fan.
Yeah.
So
He
yeah,
has a T-shirt and it says Soldier Fields.
Oh,
for
that's
Justin.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's
Where did
good.
he get that?
They probably made it, I'm guessing. They put new merch up on there, just like we do. Put new merch up all the time.
Exclamation point merch.
They
what are
can
you
create it
talking
whenever
about?
they want, just like
Oh
we
my
do.
God,
So,
that's
I don't
true.
know.
That's very true.
It's genius.
Genius. All right, you ready? I think
I think
I
so.
can do the
Yeah.
cork while we're probably
Okay.
talking about this.
10-5, 2-1.
And what was the football game? Although I can just do that here. Hold on, I've got.
Oh, you
it.
can.
I gotta go. Ooh, tie game
Still tie game.
in the third.
It's the bearded Lovey Smith coaching his team to a
Actually,
spirited
kind of used to it. I
contest.
kind of like him in the beard. It looks good. At first, I wasn't sure. I kind of like it.
Okay.
I kind of like it. I also like Lovey Smith. I think he's a good guy. He got ceremoniously fired from the Chicago Bears. Like, you go to when you're the Bears and you have a coach that gets you to the postseason a couple times in 5 years, and the only reason you didn't make it in the last year when you were 10-6 was because that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You're firing him and then you're hiring. Yeah, let's not even go down that rabbit hole.
Yep.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, while I uncork this one, if you just want to talk about the stats once again, we've got $27. If you get it at Trader Joe's, could be cheaper somewhere else if you go there.
Very possibly.
It is a noisy cork, as you can hear here on the channel.
That's one of the things they say on their website.
Exactly. What are what's the alcohol on this one? Do you know by any chance, or should I look on the side of the bottle? 15.5%.
Ooh, so this one's the hottest of them all.
So this is the hottest of them all. The cork is tortured. Yeah, it is a little bit tortured. I feel the torturing of the cork.
And this is a blend. It is Zinfandel, but it also has Petit Syrah, Grenache, Primitivo, and Syrah in it, right?
Yes. So other than the first one, which we're not sure if that's a blend, but we're probably sure that it is.
Pretty sure.
The other two have been at least, like I said, and this one does not break down the percentages, whereas the OZV did.
Yeah.
So that one was 85%.
Full disclosure.
At least Zinfandel, full disclosure. This one, middling disclosure. I'm not sure exactly what. You would think
There's some disclosure.
You would think for your $35 list price here on the website that you would actually give a full disclosure, but it is what it is. Do you want to hand me your glass? I can't quite reach that one.
It's much bigger than yours. I can't
I know. These are unfortunately, these last two did not get to be as evenly sized as the other ones. So we will do our best to take that into account as we sniff and taste and do everything else. We're also running out of space here. I need a bigger table when we do this many kind of wines.
They've all had roughly the same color.
Yeah, like I didn't want to.
You can see through a little bit. No, I was just kind of curious to, and I've noted. In fact, actually, I think the OZV may have been the densest of the three. So
that sounds accurate. Okay. Secret family recipe. Bad chicken mess you up. Yeah, the recipe of the we're not going to tell you how much Zinfandel, Petit Syrah, Grenache, Primitivo, Syrah. That's a lot of different grapes in there too.
Yeah, it is.
What was it we always used to say at Arbuckle? It was like once you got past about like 3 or 4 varietals, it was kind of a waste. Like I think past 4, we were kind of like you don't notice.
No.
Because some people will be like, well, I want to have this. I want 5%. It's like, it's just not like you're just being silly. You're just being difficult to production.
Somebody had a blend that was like 60, 20, 10, 10 or something like that. That was 4. Seems like.
Yeah. No, we had some people that had stuff like that.
And I thought like the old Euro espresso blend was pretty good.
Yeah, I think 3 is like I know this price sounds I think 3 is like a really nice number. I think 4 is fine if you're adding in something that is like an Ethiopian where it really brings a lot of pop for that lower percentage. Like if you've got a Sadamo or Harar or Yirgacheffe that's going to bring some extra fruit or some extra of that to the table, then you can only have like 10 or 15% and you can have these other ones still show off. It's more it's just kind of more if you're doing little amounts of things that are kind of more of your just kind of good. If you're doing that with more of your base kind of level coffees, then I think it kind of doesn't matter as much. Yeah. Like if you do 10 or 15% of a French roast, that'll come through as well. Like I think those are kind of the two that can be like small amounts, but still bring a little extra. But yeah, once you get past like 3 varietals, you're kind of, it's getting a little bit silly. Like it's more that you want to be able, like a lot of things, like you want to be able to say that's in the blend, which a lot of chefs kind of sometimes do when they came in and created stuff.
What was that? So we had European. What was the other espresso?
Your traditional espresso.
Traditional. I was thinking American. It was like, no, it's traditional.
Yeah, traditional espresso. That one was always lighter. Yep. So then that one had lighter things in it. I will not give away the recipe, even though it's all in my head still. I cannot believe. I was thinking something the other day. I cannot believe how much of that recipe book is still in this head. Like it is absolutely nuts. Like I was thinking the other day, I was like, how many? And I actually literally my brain started going through like thinking of I was like, yeah, I remember that one. I remember that. Like, you know.
I've lost several of them probably.
I mean, that's been a long time for you. Like,
yeah,
it's
longer. That's true.
It's still been a while
It's
me. It's been a while for me now too, but like I was doing it longer and more recently. Like I said, so and
Is it
also
2019. So has it been 3 years almost?
yeah.
Almost 18 for me. 17.
Yeah, so a little bit of difference there.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay. All right. I don't feel quite as bad. But I probably still have all the spreadsheets at home, so I've saved all that stuff.
It's good stuff
Go
to
back
save.
and take a look.
Yeah.
I'll refresh I'll be ready for your quiz next week.
We're ready for if Chef Carey needs to know anything.
Yeah. It's going to sound weird, but I get a lot of what we just had, but less fruit.
I was going to say this is a little more, I think, slightly more harmonious blended together.
Yeah.
Just because there is not that extra fruit pop that we got out of the OZV. But it still smells really good. But yeah, it feels like it's just a little like as opposed to the other one kind of having this little spike and kind of this one just kind of is a rolling hill.
Right.
But like I said,
and now that I know,
but very similar flavors.
And now that
aromas, I should say. Sorry, not flavors.
That aroma, that note that I couldn't put my finger on. Now that I do, now I definitely am like, oh yeah, you get that like oaky vanilla.
I would say actually this one has more oak vanilla in it.
Yeah,
I would say actually. I think this has a little more of that.
I think that's
a little
what
bit
brings
less
that
fruit.
down.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
a little less fruit. It's nice. Yeah, if you're looking for a little more wood, then this might be for you.
Okay. Wow, is that a new shirt?
It could be. To the taste?
Yes.
Okay. Ellie, how's it going? Good evening, Bevy and sexier Bevy. I don't even want to know which one that is. I think that's you. It's nice to have you around tonight. I'm always looking for a little more wood. Hey-o.
That's what I was. There's a new shirt in there somewhere.
It's a new shirt. It's the wood that makes it good.
And it can have a QR code that takes you right to this podcast.
Oh my God, it could. Say the wood that makes it good could have the bourbon or the wine glass. Could have like both on there. This is not bad. We should remember this. It's the wood that makes it good.
I'm sure HJ was getting
sexy chat it is.
Sure HJ was getting a little tired of being the only one contributing.
He's like, can anyone else help lift up this show? Jesus Christ. Works for so many. I was just thinking that it works for so many beverages. That's actually not. We should. Can you write that down?
It's the wood that makes
it's
it
the
good.
wood that makes it good. And then,
well, we're taking that from Seinfeld, though.
I know, but it's still funny.
That's true. That's Kenny Rogers Roasters, wasn't it?
I think it,
Bad chicken. We said that earlier.
Yeah,
today.
we also said
Wow.
that too.
Okay.
It's all tying together. The wood that makes it good, and then write down like wine or bourbon glass. And if we did do wine glass, you could mention this episode. The Zinfandel Trifecta Zinfandel podcast. Oh, I feel bad. Litha, I'm sorry. You went for the peanut redemption. Unfortunately, I have those turned off when we're recording a podcast, but I will we can do that here right now because we are taking a small break as we sip here. Which one is it? It's this one. I don't think it'll turn on there, but oh wait. What did I just redeem? You just redeemed this. I don't know if it'll let me do it because now it's in a cooldown. I see how it is. Hold, please. We're going to make this good while we're doing this so we don't have to wait 5 minutes for it.
Oh.
How do you accidentally redeem? It's a skill. That's a talent right there. Content, viewer rewards, channel points. This one, and then for this one in particular, we'll edit it. Take away the cooldown. We'll save it. We'll stay there. We'll come back. This is what you redeemed while you were gone, while you were trying to do that, and I just had it closed. So here you go.
Fezzik, are there rocks ahead?
If they are, they all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
There you go. That is what you redeemed right there. AboutBeverages redeemed peanut. All right, now we'll put that back to the cooldown. Can't have people running rampant. Worth it. I thought so. Yeah, we've got some new ones on there that are pretty good. I'll maybe run through some of those when we're done with the show here because people have been enjoying those quite a bit. I still have a couple more that I got to get to. Can't stand having all those giant red markers on the screen, even though no one else sees them. Earth.
It's good to cleanse the palate with some neutral strawberry water.
Yeah, exactly. Why have that one actually off? I know you may want to keep an eye on it. I went out there. It seemed like the rain was just coming straight down, so I left the windows open in the living room. But I checked that a little bit ago, and it seemed okay. So that was the only thing. Is unless if it gets crazy rainy, like blowing in the window, we don't want that. But yeah, it seems nice. Also, we just hear my wife come bursting out of the bedroom, like checking the windows. No. Thought maybe I actually heard her checking the windows. It smells so good once it hits your lips. All right, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Keith's going to bring something to the show right
Well, I
here.
don't know about that. I'm just ready. Well, you went back for more, so.
Oh, I was just kind of like filling in the silence. We might as well do that with drinking.
Fill in the silence with drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also a shirt.
There's
maybe.
another shirt.
Here we go.
Shirts created every minute here.
Exclamation point merch. What are you thinking?
I think it's good. I like there's the fruit. Everything seems, I guess, a little more balanced. But to me, it's very similar to what we just had. In that, but I think there's less fruit. I think maybe the oaky note comes through a little bit more, pulls maybe some of that fruit back a little bit. So it's, I guess, a little more balanced. I don't really get much of the spiciness, which is okay because there's a little bit more of the oakiness. But I like it, but I don't know if I like it $18 more, $17 more than the OZV.
I think I would have to agree. Like I said, I think this one is very much a more balanced, smoother version of what we just had.
Yeah.
Which that might be what people are into. Like I said, they may not like some of the like a little bit more spikiness of some of the flavor that is in the OZV.
Right.
This is definitely a much more balanced, smooth flavor. But at the same time, it kind of brings out, to me, it does not bring out, like I said, some of the things that I liked in the other one, which is a little bit more fruit and some of those things. So this is kind of a slight downer. I don't think I would, I don't think I would definitely pay the extra for this one, but I could see where people might like this one more because the other one might have like, oh, I don't like that one's quite as spicy, or I don't like that one has that little fruit pop in it.
Right.
But those are actually things I look for and I like.
Yeah.
So this would probably be one of the ones that I would choose this one. No, I would not choose this one.
Maybe when we're done, we'll go back and do a little side by side here.
I think we will need to do that. We'll have to go back and do a little bit of a side by side.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take a quick pause.
Quick pause.
Because we were in the middle of a podcast, so none of the alerts came up. Stone, thank you so much for the raid. That is super nice.
Aw.
I wanted to call that out. I apologize that the alerts did not show up because we were, like I said, we were recording for YouTube. Then, like I said, the alert things don't show up. But hello, friend. Stone, it's so good to
Yes,
see you. How
thank
are you
you.
doing? Thank you so much for the
All
raid.
right.
What were you doing? Wait, hold on. I have to do this in two different ways now. Because everyone likes the new way that you do the shout out command. Because then this goes like kind of everywhere. It's like this global thing. But I still like my old school shout out command because then I get to see what people were playing. And that's still one of my favorites. So we're going to do both of those. Anarcute? That sounds like an anarchy of cuteness. I don't know what that is. You need to tell me what that is. Totally okay. I knew it would be a quiet raid. Aw, no problem. But thank you so much for the raid. If you guys are not following Stone Hollows, please do so. She is absolutely fantastic. Love hanging out in her streams in the evening. So right click on the link I put in chat or hit the other link that's up above. Go hit the follow button. She is super nice. Love hanging out in her streams, whether she's playing games like Anarcute, which I don't know what that is. I have not played that one, so I feel bad. Or like I said, whether she's playing Fallout 4 or maybe doing some cyberpunk stuff like I've been doing, go check her out. She's absolutely awesome. Pretty much exactly it. Rioting simulator with cute animals. It's tons of fun. Okay, I may have to check that out. That sounds completely ridiculous. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Is that only on PC or is that on, where were you playing it and what other ways can you play it if people are interested in chat? What are the other options for you? What is happening? Oh my gosh, everyone's here is talking. Anarcute. Now I'll have to look that up. I think I was at a good stopping point where I'll just like go to the like stuff at the end. I'll just have to turn off those bottles.
Yep.
All right, we're going to finish up this podcast quick, and then we can get to just hanging out and chatting.
We'll hang out.
Indie game playing it on PC, available on Steam. Okay. All right, I will take a look at that in just a minute. But like I said, we're going to... Oh, wow. Peter Gabriel's favorite online PC service is Steam.
Where we played Super Seducer.
That's true. Right. That is where we played Super Seducer. That third one did come out, and it just looked real bad.
Oh, did it?
Like
okay.
the other ones were bad, but in a funny way.
Right.
This one just looked bad and like kind of like, okay, now you...
Like, right. They were,
they
were phoning it in.
I don't know. I didn't actually. I mean, because obviously I didn't buy that one. Yeah. The first one was fun. Like we had such fun playing that one, and like chat got into it. Like it was like just kind of stupid.
That was crazy.
And I don't know who that woman was because she was in like a couple different ones in that too. Or like, well, you've picked this actress. She's kind of in on the joke. Like she was fine. Yeah. But yeah, that was a bummer that game went downhill. It is what it is. Hold on, now I got to find all these buttons. I'm just gonna actually do that. And then this. Okay.
It'd be cool if someday you get the actual, the bottle, like the wine bottle from OZV pouring into the wine glass.
Where?
No, I don't know.
Where would I be pouring it into a wine glass?
Into the, like if there was a wine glass. Well, because right then when you took it off and the glasses came back on and that was like, no. Anyway, it's a lot.
Are you paying for this?
I'm not paying for this.
Okay. No, it's an interesting idea.
Oh, I'm paying.
I'm paying. I don't know. What was the last thing I said? What did I say?
It's probably you can just go into.
I guess I can just go. I won't try. I usually try to make a fun connection.
Yeah,
exactly.
For other trifectas.
Okay. If you're looking for other holiday wines that we have had at some point, at least. Well, no, that's not good. See, now I'm going to be really self-conscious. I can do it really easily when it's just like in the spur of the moment. If you're looking for any of the other wines we've ever tried on the podcast or on our videos or anything like that, our website is a great place to go find them all, whether it is for the holidays or just any time of the year. We are always enjoying wine, not just from Trader Joe's, but from everywhere.
From everywhere. That's right.
But we do get a lot from there. So if you want to go check that out, AboutBeverages.com is the place for that, for everything we have ever done. If you only want the most recent videos, YouTube is the place to go for that. Shockingly, that is where we do a lot of the new content, whether it's archive versions of this show, which go up the following Tuesday. If you missed out on any of the things that we've done or the other podcasts and things, they will all be found on YouTube. And if you only want audio...
We understand.
There's only so much bandwidth in a day. You may be out and about, don't want to waste it on some sort of video or something like that. You only want to hear us in your earbuds, in your eardrums. We've got you covered there too. Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, all good options. So check those out while you're searching. And sometimes while you're searching, other things pop up. Not just what you're searching for, but other just like random stuff.
Social media.
The social media things, yes. The pillars.
3 pillars.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I did this, so that's like 6. But
the trifecta of pillars.
That's right. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Which for us are Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date with what's going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific, give or take a few, depending on what's going on. So when we get together, we try different beverages, hang out with everybody, and just have some fun and talk about whatever happens to come up. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he is doing in the gaming world and what beverages will be accompanying him while he is doing that. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a trifecta shot.
And that is a podcast. There we go. Gonna lurk and get some dinner? All right, Stone, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy some delicious dinner. I really need to try those next to each other now. I'm out of this one. As of
It's a good
this,
thing I have the bigger glass, so I know which one is which.
as of this moment.
What did you think?
Wow, another Family Ties reference.
Yeah, there you go.
I would do at this moment. Tears in my Zinfandel in my glass.
Trying to tell me that you'd pour me another.
Kiss the ground that you walk on, baby. If I could just hold you again.
Oh, sorry.
You think I'm sorry. With his actual wife. With his actual wife.
That's true. Became that. What other song did Billy Vera and the Beaters sing from a TV show?
That's actually a band. Did you just say their name is Billy
Vera
and the Beaters?
And the Beaters. That's not necessarily a good name, depending on what the beating refers
That's a terrible
to.
name.
Okay.
What did it?
Also did another TV, actually theme song, TV related show. TV related
What
song.
would do, baby, without love? Don't they all sound the same?
All Family Ties.
So, okay. We'll finish yours and then ask me about another musical thing that's kind of funny. What other TV show? Was it one that I watched?
I don't know if you did actually.
See, that's kind
Yeah.
of like I was trying to think
King of Queens.
I did not watch.
He
much
did
of
the
that
theme
show.
song for that.
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So the funny thing the other day we were talking about songs, and I will talk about my final decision once I have these again.
Your final answer.
My final answer. Is it your final answer? You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The Marauders are raiding the castle. Lucentai, I just saw that up there in chat. How's it going? Good to see you. What the heck was it? Oh, so I was thinking about like songs that like obviously we were just singing there being silly. And
Right.
what songs that I sing that now I think they're the same artist because I sing them the same, even though they are probably not.
Okay.
So like I was singing,
It's very complex.
I know this is really weird. So I somehow these are probably not the same artist, and if they are, you'll know and you'll be able to say, well, those are the same artist.
I'll
And be
tell
like,
you.
oh, that's why they sound the same. So I was singing, which I like neither of these songs, chat. So just like let's start with that. I hate both of them.
Okay.
But they're ones that I make fun of, and so I talk about them sometimes. So is walking in Memphis. Walking in the pouring. Okay, so that guy. So I sing like that for that, and then I also do butterfly kisses and baby's prayers. So not probably the same artist, but I sing them the same. So in my head, that is both the fucking same artist. So
they're not the same artist.
aha!
Because I know Mark Cohn only had one hit song, and that's Walking in Memphis.
Walking in.
And I don't know the name of the
God,
Butterfly
I
Kisses
am
guy.
tonight. You've heard that song though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Butterfly
kisses.
Yes.
Baby's prayers.
That's the same as the,
In the
what was
middle
it?
of the
The Christmas
pouring
shoes or
rain.
whatever. What was the...
Well, and that's the other one. That was I literally said the same thing to my wife. I was like, oh my God, there's a song that I said it's like if my mama had these red
Right.
shoes,
Yeah.
and I sang it the same way. I said so in my head that is also the same artist, all three of those songs. And she was like, I've never heard that Christmas. I said, oh my God, Keith and I
Yeah.
used to hear that on Mix FM. We drive home from Arbuckle, and we we're like, this is the worst song ever. Like it's the worst Christmas song. Like I know everyone's tired of Mariah Carey, but that's a good song. Like you can just be tired of it. That's
yeah.
fine, but it's a good Christmas song. You can be sick of it, but it's like this is just an absolute trash. So now I have to look. So do you think either of those or any of those artists the same? Those
No, I
three
don't-
artists I just sang, are any of them the same artist?
But Butterfly Kisses, Walking in Memphis, and what was the other one?
And Red Shoes, the Red Shoes song.
I don't think so. The Christmas shoes.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so
Butterfly Kisses is God, it's. Oh, I knew it was Carlisle. Something Carlisle.
so it's
Okay.
Bob Carlisle,
Right.
And then Walking in Memphis is already.
Mark
you knew that was someone
Cohn.
else. Okay, so then is it Christmas Shoes?
Ma'am, I am tonight. Song by New Song?
Yeah, there stood another line, not really in the
Okay,
Christmas
yeah.
mood. Yeah. Song is so bad. Don't listen
There
to
was
it.
a
Chat.
there was a movie actually made.
I just saw that. It looks like it's probably a Hallmark
I
movie.
thought it was Rob Lowe was in it. Actually, could be wrong.
And so that still could be a Hallmark
Yeah.
movie. Are we not correct there?
So I
What
saw
the Christmas at two bevy? No, we were just randomly talking about. So my joke the other day, I was talking with my wife that depending on how I sing song in a goofy manner that I don't like, if I sing it in a weird voice, there's multiple songs that almost sound the same, so I assume they are the same artist, even though they are not the same. So that was Walking in Memphis, who's by
Mark Cohn.
And then I sang the Christmas Shoes song, which is also I sing the same, but it's by some person we don't even know the artist. It looks like it's a one-off. And then the other one we just looked up, Butterfly Kisses, and that
Bob Carlyle.
was by Bob Carlyle. So they're all not the same artist, but they all sing like this. That's how I do all those songs. Walking in Memphis. So there, I'm done with all my singing. So that is that. And Sushi, it is good to see you. All right, back to the real question at hand. Which one of these do I like best? Well, now I don't remember which one is which. No, I'm just kidding. I know 100% which one. Walking in Memphis. Ma'am, I am tonight.
You said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight.
Let's have sex. Walking in Memphis. It's like,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow.
Wow. Used to my Catholic upbringing and I'm bored of the plane. Wait. This is interesting going back and forth.
It is actually. I
almost
another
think I
splash
may-
of each of the first two.
If we can smoosh this together, maybe this turns into a. I'm going to put both glasses back up. And if there is. Just in
Put
case.
all three. One.
Are you going to want to mention that one too?
I actually might like a. You have both of those
Oh,
open,
yeah,
right?
go
I'm gonna have a splash of each of the first two. I think I have.
Oh, you
enough
want
of
to?
that
Okay,
one,
so
yeah.
there's that one. Okay, if you're going to do it, I'll put all the and if it just winds it, like I said, we don't have to have it be perfect, but if you think there's a chance that you're going to be able to go this one, this one, this one, and I can do the same, then that's like easy.
Yeah, a little bit. Because you have to pick. So the thing is, we bought these 3 bottles, and Andrew gets first pick of which one he wants, and I'll take the second, and then he gets the third, because that's just the way it goes.
Ma'am, I am.
So this is a good thing. So HJ asked which one you like, regardless of price. You're going to get to pick that one to have on stream or tomorrow night with dinner or whatever. So
Probably on stream tomorrow, more than likely. Usually, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to pour a little bit of that one then too. What's shaking, Keith?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
Tasting table.
Well, giving him a vigorous swirl.
Mm-hmm. Is there a knuckle involved? That's my move.
That's the counterclockwise one. That's right.
Or with friends. Yeah, all those things.
Or with friends. Since they're already open, those friends might want to get together quickly. Yeah. Within the next day or so.
That's always the thing that's kind of interesting. And I Sushi coming here with a too, Bevy, on Christmas. I get in this argument with, well, not argument. I get in this discussion with a friend every once in a while with Backyard. You know Backyard. Rate him all the time. He literally, I think, might be Will Ferrell from Elf. Loves Christmas. Like, just literally, like he's the, like, there's 40 days till Christmas or whatever. Berserker is back to the land of drinking. He was enjoying some whiskey the other week.
All right.
He did very well in his tournament.
Okay, good.
Got
Very
some
good.
golds.
The grappling, right?
Yeah, he had one guy that actually like looked at him and literally walked out of the ring and was like, I'm not fighting this guy. Like, walked out. I'm not lying. You
I've
said
just seen
that.
the picture and I was like, hey, I'm not.
Don't mess with this
I'm not
guy.
arguing with this guy.
Let me organize these bottles. Enjoying. Oh, you were very much imbibing. But anyway, we get in the discussion. Like, he'll be like, oh, it's Christmas. And like November 1st hit and he's like, I got all my Christmas
Time to watch
emotes
Elf.
up. I love Christmas. And like, it's like, oh my God, let's play the music. It's like, I get it. Like, I love Christmas, the holiday, like whatever your holiday you celebrate. Like, I'm not trying to despair like any other, like I said, that's just the one that always comes up. Sorry, that's what it is. Anyway, I love the holidays and stuff, but it's like, for me, I don't want to skip over another like I love Thanksgiving too. Like, I love getting it. Like, I guess all of like every one of those holidays to me equals, and again, this isn't for everybody, but every one of those holidays to me is time with my family, and great friends and everything else. Like I said, so that's awesome to me.
But maybe
so it's
you're
like,
enjoying them. They're overlapping. Maybe as opposed to ka-dunk, 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 you're like,
oh, that's a gross sound.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe as opposed to 1, 2,
there we go.
Whatever. You just are enjoying them all in harmony.
So you hang a
The
turkey,
one
hang
is
a
under
turkey.
the spotlight, but maybe the other one's going on in the background.
Okay,
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know.
No, you're
because like I said, it was
you're working. You're making it. You're changing my mind.
November 1st, and I said to Pocket, I said we can start watching Elf now because there are no real.
Wow.
There are some things. But Elf is good. We watched Elf well into January a couple of years ago. Wow. Oh yeah,
Cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is not bad.
All right, we need to. But inquiring minds want to know.
Okay, sorry, I keep getting excited on that.
Let's do
But
this. Okay.
we'll table that bit of the conversation. But if anybody, like I said, has any thoughts on that, you're more than welcome to talk about it.
Choice right now.
I was gonna say, let's get our thoughts like mostly together, and then we'll kind of just. The only thing I will say before we start this conversation is this one keeps being a little better than I thought it was.
It is.
I honestly, just by
I
the
am
aroma, I have
surprised,
not tasted them all again, but just by the aroma, the $6 Zinfandel keeps growing on me a little bit. And I don't know if it's just because they're all opening up, which is also a good thing.
Yep.
You know, we open these all pretty much at the same time. I got to get a bigger table in here. Get like a wooden table.
Here, I can move something out of
Oh,
here.
no, I was half joking because I was like, what I need is a few more wine glasses. If anybody wants to know what to get about
I did that a
beverages
couple
for
of years ago. Okay.
I guess it'd be more of these. I mean, these are the most universal.
I think so. Yeah, those, or there's actually another style that's a little more angular, a little more.
Oh, okay. That sounds, maybe it's something different. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
No.
Note to self.
Yeah. No, make that note. That's stuff I forget about.
I need to rewatch this podcast.
Yeah, there you go. If you want to know
On
what
YouTube.
to get the beverage boys for Christmas.
Forgot,
Since Berserker was here late, there you go. There's what we're having. All three of these right here. This is the podcast.
This is it.
That's interesting.
Do you have 3 glasses? Do you want me to? You want to try them blind?
You have 3 glasses too.
Well, but you have 3
I know
that
what
are
one,
the same.
Well, but this one's slightly tall. I know which one that is just by the
okay.
height. These two I would not make. Well,
Okay.
I would hope I would.
Yeah, no, I think you would. Okay, all right.
That would have been great though. I would have liked to have done that.
It's interesting how similar they are, and yet I think distinct.
Is it a surprise game, like guessing which is which, or just comparing we're comparing the 3. So we started out the quick
we know which is
quick
which.
version of this of what we did was we started out with, we just opened with this Old Moon, didn't do really an official podcast, but talked about it a little bit. This may turn into a quick video or something. But this is an Old Moon Zinfandel. This is Old Vine. This is from Trader Joe's exclusive. This is the OZV Zinfandel, which is one that we always really enjoyed, but had not had it in several years. This is a 2020. This is also a 2020. This one you can buy anywhere, but this one's usually around $10. This one's $6. This one is $27. So we are basically trying 3 different levels of Zinfandel from different wineries. These are both from These are both from Lodi. This one is from Oakville, California. And anyway, like I said, with this label that is almost a little too much to read there. Like the Old Moon aesthetic. Yeah, I like the Old Moon aesthetic. It's good, though. That's a good label.
Yep.
This is probably the least favorite of all the labels. We can say that. But anyway, this one's 27. This one's 10. This one's 6. Prices vary on this one a little bit, but anyway, so those are what we're trying. We already did a full podcast on those, and we're just going back. We're trying them all like really right next to each other because we were kind of wondering what was going on. Angular, you say?
I would have thought that was an HJ comment.
This was actually really interesting. Going back, we've tried all 3 of these wines. We did a podcast. If you want to see the full podcast or anything, go to YouTube for that. For this quick version of trying them all side by side, this was actually really interesting. I'm so glad we went back and did this.
That was very cool.
I have very different thoughts on this one right here than I thought when we were actually doing the podcast.
Okay. And those thoughts are?
Those thoughts are, I am getting almost like savory and sage in that after having the other two.
Interesting.
Going
Okay.
like all the way down the line. The OZV is still like the more fruity one, but this Old Moon Zinfandel, this is from Trader Joe's exclusive. That one is the cheapest one, and we did at $6. That one has actually grown on me quite a bit. It's
Yeah.
still not my favorite.
No.
It is probably my least favorite of the three, but at $6, that's a pretty good value Zinfandel, I feel. But I
Absolutely.
like these other two better. What do you think? I don't want to give my full
No,
bit away. What do
absolutely.
you
I
think?
totally, because I work at Trader Joe's, so I could absolutely still recommend the Old Vine Zinfandel for $6, especially like for an everyday if somebody's, wants to have something and save a few bucks on a bottle. Absolutely would recommend that. Like I said, I like all three of these. I'm still for years I've been saying how much I love the OZV. That's still my favorite, especially for price and drink. I understand the Saldo is probably a little bit more maybe refined, a little bit more balanced, but I think that's probably why I like the OZ. I get a little more fruit, I get a little more spice, and a little more body, which I like. So that's why I would pick that, especially at $9.50 to $10 as opposed to $27.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, that is exactly what I was going to say too. Like I said, the OZV is still my favorite, not only just because of price, but if you handed me all three of these, that's the one I'm going to keep gravitating toward the most. It's everything I look for in a wine. Like I said, that extra bit of fruit, a little bit of extra spice, like everything's a little bit more in that one. Again, maybe not quite as refined as the Saldo, but yeah, and like I said, this one for some reason now, like I said, going through all three of those, there's like a strong, like literally like sage or something, which again, some people may like that and I don't mind it, but it's not what I like out of these. And especially when that one, when you're paying like almost $16 more on average, that just doesn't, I'd rather have 2.5 bottles of this.
Okay. Pocket's back from dinner with friend.
Pocket, how are you? Good to
Hello,
see
Pocket.
you. Good evening. Yeah, no, I would, if you asked like which one of these I wanted, yeah, I would pick that one.
So I know we talked about doing that Pinot Noir next week for State Wine. We could do the Sonoma Zinfandel.
I definitely want to do more wine over the next like week or two. So it's whatever ones are interesting to you. I'm always totally fine
So which
with.
one are you picking then?
Oh, I'm going to take the OZV.
Are you going? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Like I said, this one is this would be one of those ones where like if I was trying this, I'd be like, oh, this is interesting. This is like if someone brought this over and gave me a taste of this, it's not like I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's different, and there's some uniqueness to it that I like. But if you're showing me all three of these, it's still this one here that's $10. And again, for this one, if you go based on website pricing, it's still basically 2 bottles of this compared to 1 bottle of this, and
Right.
I would take that all day long,
Yeah.
even if they weren't. Even if these were the same price, I would still take, like I said, yeah, if that one was even cheaper. But do you not get any of that out of there?
I'm not getting that as much.
The aroma, I think I like the aroma on these two is on the OZV and the Saldo is very similar.
Yeah.
But it's again, this one, I think refined is the way to go. This one is definitely probably a little bit more refined in the aroma, but I kind of like the chaos of that one in a way.
Yeah.
Like as silly as that sounds, I like that in the OZV, and then again the taste. There's just a little more body in that one too.
I agree.
Which I like. Yeah,
They're all good though. I think they all have their place at the table.
So weird.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. Yeah, at the very end of that one, there's just this like it's savory. Yeah, there's just something that's very savory, sage, basil, something like that. That is in there. That is very unique.
Your tight end scored a touchdown, so you'll be happy with it.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good for us. Yeah, that is really good. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while now. I am very glad that we did.
And then finishing up with Strawberry Waterloo.
Oh, that's true. I've still got a little bit of that left too. Goddard is a beast. Yeah, I'm thankfully did he only get 1 touchdown? Does he have any more? We needed him this week because we had so many people. This was like the week of like
he's a Bassat.
Everyone's on bye. Yeah, he's Bassat.
Goddard is a Bassat.
Let's see how many points. How many points does he have in our fantasy league chat? Like
He's
no one
gonna have
cares.
at least 20 or 15.
22. That is a great day for a tight end.
Yes.
That is a great day.
That's a good day.
9 targets, 8 receptions, 100 receiving yards, and a receiving touchdown. Yeah, there are so many people on buy this week. You know who we did pick up this week, though? We made the move.
Khalil Herbert.
We picked up Justin Fields.
No? All right. Yeah.
Back for the backup quarterback position. Because unfortunately, apparently, Jamar Chase hurt himself somehow. I don't know how. So it's a little painful. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that one's still your favorite.
Yeah.
So if you were able to somehow, which is probably hard now because if you were able to take price out of it, and someone said all these are the same prices, does that one like intrigue you any? Like if these were all $10 and you were like, does this one?
I would still pick the
okay.
OZV.
Does that one intrigue you a little bit more if the price was different, or do you still just like, yeah, that one's okay? Do you like this one more than this one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's still something that's not as smooth.
I would agree.
And balanced.
Yeah.
But once again, still, especially for $6, still very good. This is my senpai.
What's the story, Norm?
First you gotta walk into a bar.
Lucky, thank you for the gifted sub with
Lucky's
Keith
here.
is my senpai.
I have no what that.
It means like you're his teacher, his trainer, or whatever.
Ah,
Said,
okay.
senpai, teach me this thing.
When the student is ready, the master will appear.
That was one of my favorite things ever. God,
I have to go.
I have to go. Very underrated movie was The Shadow. Or no, not The Shadow. Yeah, only The Shadow knows. Yeah, very underrated movie. Alec Baldwin. Did you ever see that movie?
Didn't see it.
Oh, okay. That was one of the early comic book movies. I'm ready for learning.
I'm ready.
Keith is my senpai. Lucky, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. That is super nice. But yeah, like I said, so $21 more for this one. Does it make it? Well, which one of those ones do you think for next week then? Like, are you leaning?
I would
more
at
toward
least
one or
like
the
to
other?
bring over that Pinot Noir. There's been a few years that since I've had it.
And which one is that exactly?
It's a
I'm sorry.
Carneros Grand Reserve Pinot Noir.
Oh, so that's one of the Trader Joe's.
So it's
like
the $12.99 wine. Which
is that the highest
usually,
one? Or is there platinum?
There's platinum and then there's diamond.
How much is diamond?
Diamond is 20.
Like
Those don't come out very much. I actually have
is there blood diamond?
No, there's no blood
it's
diamond.
It's like 25.
No. Yeah.
Do they do a diamond version of that Pinot? No.
Like I've seen Cab, and I think I have a bottle of the Cab somewhere.
Okay.
I bought a bottle.
So when all of a sudden on Thanksgiving you're like, "Hey Andrew, go open a couple," I'll like go diving for that one somewhere. You're like,
I'll
"Yeah, I
tell
hit
you
that
where
one.
it is.
Nice try."
It's in it's in cellar number 7, level number 4,
That almost
shelf 2. It's the HJ.
$12.99. Are you out of your mind? Not paying that. Oh my God, that's like that was almost the Alec Baldwin thing. Like, if you're looking for God, he was in Operating Room 2.
Yeah.
One of the best speeches ever in a movie that is just an okay movie. That movie has a lot of quotable things too, because then at the end too, when he's walking with Nicole Kidman and they're walking down the beach.
It read.
Yeah, he's like, it's a letter. It read. Like, he keeps
well, what did it say?
correcting her.
It didn't say anything. It read.
It read. It's a letter. It read.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep like quoting, like he keeps correcting her on stuff. She keeps getting more and more frustrated. Oh man. Well, yeah, I am fine. Like I said, obviously, yeah, if that's something you want to try, I'm totally into
So
that.
I will. Well, we'll figure out. But I know at least which one you're getting, and then there'll be a second one that you get as well. So, like one.
I'm fine with either of the other. Like I said,
Okay.
I'm happy with either of the other ones.
All
So
right.
whichever one you
So you
want.
figure out who we're gonna raid.
Yeah, let's do that right now. Like I said, yeah, I'm trying to think of what I will bring to the tasting table. Like I said, I'd like to try and get down to ye olden either tap and bottle or caps and corks this week and do a little bit of a beer run to find out what is available, what is hanging around. I would like to do that. But yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Like I said, I know we talked about some rum that might be a little bit, I think, later in the month. Like I said, we'll probably try and get to some of that. What else would be good that we haven't had in a while? I don't know. We've been doing a lot of wine lately. You mentioned that liqueur. What actually was that liqueur? I didn't really press you
Cookie
too much.
butter.
So it's cookie butter liqueur. So
Yeah.
is it like
It's
literally
probably
like,
vodka with cookie butter flavorings. Cookie
but a
butter
liqueur though?
cream.
That's usually like I assumed it was like creamy, like milk based. Like
it's a cream. Yeah.
okay.
There's that. There's a gingerbread. There's a cocoa. There's the eggnog, which we loved so much last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's
Yeah,
a
that was one of my
There's also a
favorites of all
peppermint.
time.
Yeah. The cookie butter is brand new though. There's also the vintage ale. So
I would say between the
Revisit
vintage,
that.
was there another beer at some point? Like, was there another like like some other flavored porters besides the like coffee.
Oh, we
peanut
haven't
butter?
seen those yet. The pastry stouts. Yeah, those are
Okay.
supposed to be coming in. So
I'd be interested in those. Like, God, I would love that. Like, if we could do one of the podcasts on, like I said, a local brewery here, Pueblo Vida used to do some. God, their pastry stouts are so good. Like, obviously they're known for their IPAs and those are fantastic, but it's like, it almost becomes like the hidden gem, the diamond in the rough, whatever you want to say,
Right.
whenever they do one of those, because those are just so fantastic. But yeah, I'm hoping to get down just to find some more Tombstone stuff at some point. I'd like to need to get some more of those. Need to get my Imperial Stout on a little bit. I finally had this week, sorry to add one more thing, but I finally had this week the Bottle Logic that I've been saving for a while. The Fritter Frenzy. It was an Imperial pastry stout, but then
I think
it was
you
with
tweeted about that.
it was with apples and with and then I think it had like some other like it had some like it said pastry based like grain bill or something like that. Like I can't remember exactly. So good. It's just so good. It was balanced like so well. Pueblo's anniversary is coming up. So, yeah, I got the email about that today. I think that's why it was in the back of my head. Something barrel aged stout coming out. Coffee stout Asian whiskey Del Bach barrels. We think. Well, that sounds like everything that I'm looking for. That sounds absolutely delicious. But yeah, it has been another absolutely fantastic evening. I'm so glad we did this.
Me too.
At some point, we will do the dream and do multiple bottles of wine from the same vineyard. But until then, at least check one thing off.
Suffice. Yes.
Yeah, definitely check one thing off the bucket list. We are going to do a raid right now. We're going to go say hi to Chucky Charms. He is another wonderful supporter of the channel. He's playing some Call of Duty. Unfortunate. He's an old man. He shouldn't be playing Call of Duty. He really shouldn't. He's bragging about that he's 40 years old playing Call of Duty. Your reflexes have slowed, sir. Please be careful. Be careful. It's not going to go well. Aged 1 year? All right. That sounds pretty good. But anyway, we're going to say hi to Chucky right now. He is a super nice guy. He also is in the Oklahoma area, so we're always talking prairie beers with him. We've talked a bunch of different things. Yeah. But yeah, really nice guy. Drop him a follow if you so choose, but we highly recommend that you do. And we will see you all next week.
See him tomorrow.
Right?
That's right.
Are you sure?
I think so, as far as I know. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It was a good night. And hopefully we found a wine that you will enjoy.
That's right. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night.